Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. People, hello and welcome to Footy Judgmo. Listen, I did the intro on MHF. But Arsenal flop against Bournemouth. Some people are saying robbed, definitely not robbed, but they flop. I said Arteta was a coward in that game for playing the way he plays. Of course, a lot of Arsenal fans will disagree with me. And Postecoglou smash West Ham and Lopetegui 4-1. And Rasmus Hojlund and Bruno Fernandes saved Manchester United. But listen, what are you doing, Ahmed? What is going on? What is happening? You're right, bro.
My camera's bugging out, man.
Okay. But we're here, people, with everyone. We're here with Will, Dayo, of course. Brandon is here. Jay is here. Of course, we have to start one place. But listen, if you're watching this now, hit that like button, people. Let me know what you have in the comment, people. Is fan noise in the background from somebody? I don't know from who, but someone can remove their background noise. But listen, hit that like button, people, if you're here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you're watching this on the replay, hit that like button. I'm actually going to start with Ahmed. Arsenal. Talk to me.
Oh, listen. Where do I go with Arsenal, man? Listen, that is absolutely hilarious. You know, they lost to Bournemouth. That's embarrassing. I swear to you, yeah, I had them winning this game comfortably. And the fact, yeah, that these lot are talking about, like, yeah, title charge, and you can't even beat the likes of Bournemouth. You know how we're talking about, oh, they need to beat the likes of Man City. They need to beat, like, the top teams. These type of teams, this is why they're not going to win the title. If you're going to drop points like this to little Bournemouth, yeah, that's mad to me. And also, this is what happens when the fan base, yeah, when an Arsenal fan base, when they say we have the best in each position, Saliba as well. Yeah, they're saying he's the best centre-back in the world. Now they're saying Declan Rice is the best DM. We've got the best this. We've got the best this all the time, yeah. And they can't even beat Bournemouth. Red card, by the way. So I'm telling you, Arsenal this season haven't been great. And when I said that, they were saying, "Oh, what are you on about? Look where they are in the points tally." Their performances as of lately this season has been nothing short of just pure luck from corners, and their performances have been underwhelming. Honestly, underwhelming performances. That's honestly the truth. It's the truth. Like, I don't know how they're gonna spin this, but I don't know what they're gonna say in it, because I don't want them to be blaming refs or ref this and ref that, and we missed that. They're probably gonna be like, "Oh, we missed Saka." That's just an easy way to make excuses. But other than that, you bottled it again, didn't you? So
yeah, but that actually proves that you're so wrong, by the way, because Saka is the most important player. That proves that you're wrong, actually.
Not really, because if they have a team, they didn't lose.
Forget the team and the team. Saka today, it proves that you were completely wrong, that Saka is the MVP, that he's the most important player. He was touching rubbish the whole time, bro.
Ahmed, it was... Hold on. We was on the same show.
Lost games with Saka.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Me and you was on the same show the other week, bro, and you told me that, if we Saka gets injured, we won't miss him. And you also told me that scoring from corners is just easy. Anyone could take corners. We got how many corners today? Not one of them was a good corner, would you say? So I want to see you debunk that one quickly.
Debunk what exactly? That what?
Because you said that Saka, if Saka gets injured, we would not miss him. That's what you told me.
100%. I understand by that. So you're telling me, yeah, that one game against a team like Bournemouth, that you need Saka to beat Bournemouth?
No, I'm not saying we need him, but you definitely saw that we missed him.
No, not really, because a team like Bournemouth, you should be slapping up regardless.
Yeah, but then the red card comes into play. You're acting like...
the more you talk, the more you're proven wrong. You know that, right? The more you talk, the more you're proven wrong. You, Ahmed. The more you talk, the more you're proving the point that Saka is very important.
No, so you're telling me, yeah? You're telling me...
It's actually right. The more you talk...
Right. It's not because...
You saying that they should have won against Bournemouth, it proves the point more.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, because they lost that game, yeah? That was purely down to everything. It's not because they lost Saka. That's not the reason why they didn't win today. You don't tell me that you lost that game because I saw you. You need Saka now just to beat Bournemouth now. So what, are you just a one-man team? Do you just rely on Saka, or is that it? It makes no sense to me. They should be slapping him regardless. And you've lost games with Saka as well. They've lost games with Saka.
Yes, but
no. Hold on. He's wrong. They haven't lost any games with Saka.
Haven't lost any game with Saka this
I'm talking about in general, like last season and the season before.
We're talking about today's game, though. Arsenal losing to Bournemouth is a question.
Why did you lose? Why did you bottle it to Bournemouth then? Why did you bottle it?
What do you mean bottled it? Nah,
No, he has. Jay, hold on. He has to banter, so he'll use the word bottle.
No, you bottled it. You lost.
Listen, we lost to Bournemouth today very simply because none of those players showed up to play today. Every single one of them was playing like shit. Everybody was playing crap. Trossard making stupid passes. Raya not on it. Raya's passes out from the back were terrible today. Literally the whole team from beginning to end. Even Saliba. Why touch a player when you know you're the last man? That is a stupid thing to do. So obviously...
No, wait. Are you blaming Saliba for that?
No, listen. I'm not blaming Saliba alone. I'm saying, okay, Trossard made a terrible pass. I blame Trossard for that pass. But you know you're the last man. Let him run.
You do. It's all panic. It was such. It weren't like he had time. It was literally straight away.
Let me finish what I'm saying. I don't care. Like I said, this season I'm not giving any excuses for Arteta or any of the players when they mess up. When they play well and there's context around it, I will give them excuses for those. 10 men Arsenal today with the quality we had on the pitch, we needed to beat Bournemouth regardless. The other thing again is this. Well, I had to think about this after Brandon and I were on the stream earlier today. I think I will give Arteta a bit of a blame in a part. Yes. And this is why I will say the part I'll give him a blame in is the way he set up, the way he subbed us. When we had 10 men down, he should have left Raheem Sterling on the pitch. Listen to me, hear me out. You should have left Raheem Sterling on the pitch for pace. But I think the reason he took Raheem out is because Raheem does not track back and defend like the other players. And now we're down to 10 men, and you don't want to take that risk, which is why he probably took Raheem Sterling out and brought in Kyrgios. Kyrgios, he stopped the game because Kyrgios caused us a second goal. My point is, every single player there today did not play. We had enough quality set up as soon as we went into that game to be able to at least win 1-0 and just take 1-0 to the Arsenal and leave that place as an away game. But we went there, we were not winning our second duels. We were missing the first ones and not even winning the second balls, not winning balls high up enough, even in our defense as well. So let's call it spade and not a garden intent. So Arsenal played like crap today. Every single person on that pitch played like no. That's why we lost to Bournemouth. It was a well-deserved loss. It was a well-deserved loss. There's no excuses for the team today. I can say that categorically.
No, but I think Arteta got it wrong from the lineup.
No.
Why are you starting Sterling?
Let me say this to you.
You're starting a guy that does not know how we can. We press. We've got literally a system.
Hold on.
You're starting a guy when you've got Jesus. You got Martinelli on the bench,
with
bro.
11 men.
Your Stan's injured. No,
Jay,
wait. Let me speak, bro. You're always speaking, bro. Let me speak, bro.
I haven't finished. You
spoke for time. Let me.
Okay, hold on. This is
my
this stream. I'm gonna hold on.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Finish and then let Jay speak after. Just lend your point again.
I got my brain don't work like that.
Okay. One point. Make one point. Make one point. Is it about the Martinelli thing?
Pardon?
Is it about the Martinelli thing?
What?
Your point was about the Martinelli thing.
Yeah. Why are you playing fucking Sterling on the right? Sterling had. Bro, he don't know how we play. We got a set way of playing, the press, everything. My man coming to the team, he's on the right. He's telling Ben White to come and mark the left back. The Kyoza guy, whatever his name is. He's telling him to come up, mark him when he's got the left winger there behind him. Bro, the guy is lost. For me, you should have went with Jesus, bro. He knows. At least he knows. And another one, Martinelli. All this, he's injured, and then he's on the bench, and then he comes off the bench, bro. All this dumb, dark art shit. Fuck that, bro. Play him. Like, I hate. You know what it is? It's where we don't lose that often, yeah? I hate losing, bro. I hate it, bro.
Can I hear Brandon?
You got people like Dayo.
Dayo, can I hear Brandon's point? But I want to make it back and forth conversation before also getting well. Brandon, shift your phone like this.
No, horizontally. You're vertical right now.
You're vertical. Yes. No.
No, he doesn't. He needs to change the settings.
Yeah, I know. Anyway. Yes. There you go. Go ahead.
Me? Are you talking to me, Mo?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Let's make it back and forth, 1 point at a time, so we can respond and have a conversation.
I agree in parts with both what Dayo said and my man to the left. Sorry, I haven't been on a stream with you before.
Jay.
Big up yourself. I agree in parts with both. I actually thinking about it now after saying what I said on the terrace, I actually do pin a lot of the blame on the manager, a lot more than what I originally did, because like Jay said, I think he got it wrong from the get-go. I think the lineup was wrong. You do not need to play 3 defensive midfielders against Bournemouth. You don't.
Thank you.
I don't understand that logic in the first place. We had no creativity in the midfield. Odegaard's been injured for the past couple of games, and Trossard's come in and done well in that role. And Mikel Arteta, for some reason today, decided to remove him out of that role and play him on the left. So there was no fluidity in the midfield at all. And even with 11 men on the pitch, we created absolutely nothing. We didn't even have a shot on target. So, yes, ultimately, the red card cost us the game. And the mistakes that led to the red card and the penalty, etc. But I think the manager has to take the flak for the original starting lineup, and then also the substitutions that he made after Saliba was sent off. As soon as you bring on Kivior and you take Raheem Sterling off, like him or not, right? I'm not a fan of Raheem Sterling, and I don't think he had a particularly great 30 minutes either. But as soon as you bring Kivior on and take off Raheem Sterling, you kill all of our attacking threat, every single little bit of it, right? Because at least with Sterling, he will track back. He's not like a player who's going to defend, but you know that you can use his pace to hit on the counter attack. You know that Havertz is big, strong, physical presence up front that's going to hold the ball up and bring others into play if you allow him to do that. So for me, I think rather than going to a back four and bringing on Kivior, what he should have done is changed it tactically. He should have gone to a back three, had Ben White, Gabriel, and Calafiori as your back three. Bring on Martinelli and take off one of your defensive midfielders. Have Sterling on the right and Martinelli on the left, playing as wing backs, right? Because they both will do a defensive shift as well. Yeah, they're not defenders, but also they've got pace, so you can hit them on the counter. So you've got something, right? Then also, the other option that he had was you got Ethan Nwaneri sat on the bench. Now, people won't like me saying this because he's still a 17-year-old kid, right? And I don't think we should be relying on a 17-year-old kid anyway. But that guy has shown in the few appearances that he's had that he's got a natural instinct about him. Every time that he comes on the pitch, he looks threatening. He looks more natural in that
Yeah,
position.
but I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't. Brendan, I'm sorry. You wouldn't put an 18 years old on the pitch when the game is like this. He has other options, Brendan. He has other options.
No. These are the things, right? Or he could have put on Zinchenko, because like it or not, right, with Zinchenko,
he has Martinelli out. He didn't need to do anything. Just put Martinelli on early.
Listen, Mo. Even with Zinchenko, right, we know that he's shit defensively. We know that, right? But if you've got a back three and you put Zinchenko on, at least you know that he's going to try and create something in the midfield or invert into midfield and create something.
I'm going to tell you something, Brendan.
But there's three different things there that he could have done. He could have brought on Mark.
To be honest with you, he got it wrong in the beginning, as you guys said. Just to be honest, there is. I think Arteta was scared, bro. Go ahead.
There's three different things that he could have done there, right? He could have left Sterling on and brought on Martinelli and gone to a back three and played with wing backs. He could have had Ethan Nwaneri come on instead and take one of the defensive midfielders off. He could have brought on Jesus. He could have brought on fucking Zinchenko. There's four different options there that is better than bringing on Kivior, right? Because when you go to a back four like that, that's all right if you're 1 or 2-0 up and you're looking to see the game out. But like I said, by doing what he did, he killed all of our attacking threat. And from there, it's basically damage limitations. Now, I don't think, even with 10 men, up until Bournemouth scored the first goal, we wasn't really that threatened.
Yes. No, but you weren't threatening as well. I thought Bournemouth were more comfortable than you before the red card.
The game was balanced before the goal. It was
yes. I agree with you, Dayo. In the first 10 minutes, sorry, Brendan. In the first 10 minutes, Dayo, it looked like Arsenal were on top. You were passing the ball more. And then after that, Bournemouth found their feet. Semenyo started going to the left. Kereke started going up. They were very comfortable passing in the back. You didn't press at all. You left them to pass from the back. And it looked like Arsenal on the back foot at that time. And now Arteta, again, it's playing against Prime Man City.
Yeah.
What is this?
But this is the thing, right? Like I say, although Bournemouth had control of the game, which you expect because they had 11 men and we had 10, right?
Before that, Brandon,
they didn't really create anything against us until they scored the goal from the set piece. And then obviously after that, we're chasing the game and the mistake happens again, which causes me, right? But up until that point, we could afford to throw on a more attack-minded midfielder or a winger or whatever.
Why is he starting the game against Bournemouth with 3 defensive midfielders?
Because he's shook.
Why is he playing Real Madrid away?
He's shook,
What is this shit?
He's shook.
What is this?
Hang on. Somebody just said he's shook, right?
He's shook.
I agree with this. With it. I think Mikel Arteta has got PTSD about the season that we was 8 points clear and we bottled it, right?
What does this have to do with
this has got to be a funny take for us to sit here.
Are you serious?
Are we really going to sit here and try to talk about somebody's state of mind that we don't even know and say random? Listen, if you're going to talk about the game and what, listen,
Hold on, Brandon. Now, hold on. Let me ask him the question. You come in, Dayo. Let me ask you the question. You playing Bournemouth away. You have Trossard. You have Gabriel Jesus. You have Havertz, you have Sterling, you have Martinelli. You choose to play 3 midfielders. None of them is an offensive midfielder. And you play 4 center backs, right? Against Bournemouth away. Give me one explanation why.
Did you hear Did you watch his match preview when they asked about Gabriel Jesus? He said Gabriel Jesus in training still has to earn the right to play. He's not playing well in training. The manager said,
Wait. What the fuck is Sterling earned? What are you talking about?
Let him finish. Jay, let him finish. Let him finish.
Jay, Sterling is not the reason we lost the game today. So all this Sterling agenda that you want to start screaming down.
It's not an agenda. It's not an agenda. But you're saying
forget Sterling. I don't want to pinpoint to people. I want to pinpoint to a plan that you started the game. No top manager would start the game like this.
Midfield, again, in midfield, the only other option we had today in midfield was Ethan Nwaneri. You know that, right? Or Jorginho. If you're talking about attack, you're talking Sterling, you're talking this what's his name, Trossard and the likes of Martinelli. That's forward three, right? We can discuss that as a different thing. We had a forward three that at least could do something up there. There was Raheem Sterling, there was Havertz, and there was Trossard on the left, because Trossard has played well on the left in the past. In the midfield, the only other option we had on the bench to come off the bench to show up anything, like give us anything creative in the midfield, was either Ethan Nwaneri, Jorginho, who's not also very creative in the midfield, which is why I probably think he went with the midfield that he had. I think people are forgetting that.
No, but
listen, hold on. I think people are forgetting that we're missing two of our most creative players in this game. Yes, it's Bournemouth, but this is the same Bournemouth that, as everybody's raved about how good Chelsea is, Chelsea could only beat them with 11 men at 1-0. So when we sit down here and we now want to paint a picture as though every single time something happens, these guys deserve the blame because they did not play well. Simple. Nobody's making excuses for them. But in midfield, if you're talking about the Arsenal midfield right now, we don't have Martin Odegaard. He's injured.
You just did make excuses just now, saying that we missed.
What about Martinelli? Why didn't Martinelli start?
Martinelli came back.
And Dayo.
According to them, listen, according to them, and this is another thing, Martinelli played one international game and did not play the next international game for his country. The medical doctors of course said he had a knock, so they pulled him back and he came back.
He plays like he's got a knock anyway. He's not that good.
So they said, okay, well, we'll see if he makes the bench. They asked him about Martinelli yesterday at the preview, and he said, we're still going to assess him before the last training, even if he's going to make the squad. They were not sure. So until the last minute, he made the squad. I'm not making excuses about how we played. How we played was terrible. We deserved, like I said, a deserved loss. But you're asking me, the question was, why do we play 3 DMs? I'm saying if you look at our midfield and look at the bench, who are you bringing off the bench to be that very, very creative person to take that role? We don't have that person right now.
What do you mean, though? But against Bournemouth, I would have played Partey and Rice, and I would have started Ethan. Like, this is Bournemouth. You're acting like we're playing even Tottenham. I wouldn't. Like, this is Bournemouth, bro. You're saying you don't know why he played. We had Ethan on the bench. He's the one that's decided to get Vieira. Oh, go out on loan. We don't need you. We got Ethan. So why are you playing him?
By the way,
you have 2 injuries. Two injuries and there's panic now station.
There's no panic.
No, it's not panic. I'm not panicking.
Nobody's panicking here.
Panic's the bro that I can feel it.
You're not panicking.
Bro, no, I'm pissed.
Hold on.
I'm pissed.
You're losing to Bournemouth away and you're not. It's all right. That's okay.
I'm not panicking. I know it's more the red card. I know. Even though when I watched that game at the start, I was like, "This is they had." I would say Bournemouth had the better part of it.
Wait, let me just say something.
The 3 games we dropped points in. Again, I'm going to ask you this question more because it's a panic station. The 3 games Arsenal has dropped points in this season. What has been the outcome of those 3 games? It's been our indiscipline by the players on the pitch getting red cards. Those 3 games that we've dropped points is because we've had players have done stupid nonsense.
I thought he was the best.
Hold on, Dayo. Does that fall back on the manager again?
Hold on. Listen.
Hold on. No. This is. We played 8 games and we've had 3 red cards already. Does that not fall back on the manager, disciplinary and all that?
Hold on. Is the manager on the pitch telling Trossard they want to kick the ball? Is the manager the one on the pitch telling?
It's been 8 games and we've had 3 already, bro. Are you all right?
Listen. You cannot.
It's like he can't do no wrong for you, bro.
I have blamed him on what his blame is the way he set us up and the way he did the subs. But the player touching the last player, Saliba putting in that tackle, is not Arteta's fault. That's Saliba on the pitch acting stupid. When did you give a player?
He decided to play Trossard on the left. Listen, he could have had Martinelli there. He decided to put in there, bro. So it is his fault. It is his fault.
Trossard played his nonsense. I blame Trossard for that. Saliba then capitalized on the nonsense that Trossard did and decided.
No, Saliba got the red because it's the bozo moment from Saliba.
So
that weren't no bozo moment, Ahmed. Don't do that. You know that we're a bozo moment.
Absolutely a bozo moment.
I can call out the manager for setting us up wrong. I can call out the players on the pitch who were then set up to play a certain way. Are you telling me Trossard has never played on the left? Trossard played on the left for us all last season.
No, but hold on.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop everyone.
Hold on, Dayo. Hold on. One. Go on.
Now, hold on. I actually want to ask Will a question. Are we now expecting all the big teams, when they drop to 10 men, to lose games and say that what do? We play with 10 men?
No, you shouldn't.
I'm not making that an argument.
No, that's not
Exactly. But that's okay. Hold on. But I get your point, Jay. But there's a lot of people, and I'm not talking about Dayo. A lot of people, a lot of opinions. Now, before you come in, Brandon, just give me a second. Are saying, what do you want us to do? We went down to 10 men. We're playing Bournemouth away. Saka's injured. Odegaard's injured. Well, I don't think that a team that going for the top, you can have this excuse against the Man City, against the Spurs, against the Liverpool, against Chelsea. If we go every time you go down to 10 men and you concede the game for the rest of the game, the only chance you had was a bozo moment from Kepa, by the way. Are we expecting that it's okay for teams like Arsenal and Man City? Let Will answer this. When you fall down to 10 men, to abandon the offensive style and just concede the game for the rest of the game?
No, I mean, it's not. I mean, look, there's just different. Arteta's a defensive manager. I've been saying this all season. He's been parking the bus against teams that he shouldn't have been parking the bus against. Look, you just because you go down to 10 men doesn't mean that you can't still play football. Are you telling me that Bournemouth is that much of a better team than the team we played and beat 4-0 in from Turkey in the Europa League? We didn't stop playing football just because we went down to 10 men. Like you can go down to 10 men and still play football.
No, but they did play. We did. That's why they scored.
You what?
What do you mean we did play, Dayo?
Hold on.
What is he watching?
Hold on. Did you,
Bro, hold on, Dayo. Hold on. No. Could you do this? And then, let me get a little piece. A little piece.
Did we park the bus?
Yeah.
100% you
today?
parked the bus after the record. Yes.
After
We
the
did
red
today.
card.
Yes,
After
we
the
did.
red card, you didn't touch the ball again for the whole entire first half.
As soon as we took off Sterling, we parked the bus.
For the
What are you
first half,
talking about?
First half. In the second half, when we came out to play in the second half with 10 men, as soon as they scored one goal, we opened up, and that's why they carved us again. That's why we made those stupid mistakes. How do you what are you talking about here?
They pressed us, and then Trossard literally made a mistake. It weren't like we were playing any football. We were going backwards, mate. Don't do that. We were going backwards. That's why he messed up.
Mo, to answer your question again, these players today deserved loss. The manager deserved loss. Fine. But if we're now going to talk about the context around it, you saying, oh, if a big team goes down to 10 men now, is it okay for people to say, oh, well, we're down to 10 men now, then what do you expect us to do? No, you have look. Let me ask you this question.
Bro, you went back to hoof ball and hopefully to Havertz and inshallah, bro.
Let me throw this back to you. If you
go ahead.
If you take out Van Dijk, Gravenberch, and Mo Salah.
Here we go. Hypotheticals. Here we go.
No, I'm saying no. It's an example. If you don't have those three players in your team now, every team has their spine. Arsenal today,
100%.
Arsenal today should do better, whether we have our spine or not. What Mikel Arteta has showed me is that there are certain players that if he doesn't have them, he can't perform, and that's clear from today. There are certain players that if he doesn't have them, Arsenal cannot perform. Saliba being out today in our defense, Odegaard not being in the midfield, and Bukayo Saka not being in the attack have literally showed me that without those three players, Mikel Arteta can't do anything. And that's what I'm saying. Like, for me, that's not even an excuse. It's like with what you have, you don't against the
Bournemouth.
You need to go there and win. Yeah. If you don't, no, that's what he's
It's bust.
I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If Saka's
out,
Saka has hamstring injury. We all know that before Brandon comes in. I'm gonna let Brandon talk now. You play Liverpool in the next game, right? Is that Liverpool or the game after? The game after. You play Liverpool. Without them, you're conceding the loss. 7 points behind Liverpool if they win tomorrow, and we're done. Let's pack our bags, go home, and not focus on Champions League.
Oh, don't spin my words. I said he has shown me in this game that without
That's
those
literally my job, but fine.
I'm saying, listen, don't spin my words. My words exactly. In this particular game against Bournemouth, he showed me that without those three key players, he couldn't do anything. Now he's got a week to go figure out what he's going to do against Liverpool and how he's going to use the team that he has to go against Liverpool and get a win. That's what makes you a top tier manager.
Can I
do that? Then boom.
I'm gonna how many times you went to 10 men this season before Brandon comes in?
3 times.
How many times? How many weeks did you have to figure out how do we play with 10 men and how to get out of the press? 3 times.
Mhm.
You went down to 10 men before. That's not a surprise.
I think-
We went
And
down
you
to
know what?
The
And you know
problem-
what? He done.
Do you know what the problem with me? Why is Trossard clearing the ball and instead of trying to build from the back with the men? Why is Kai Havertz, who's on an island by himself up top, every time he got the ball and he won you 2 corners and he held the ball, no one wants to support the guy. Do you know why? Your manager's instructions. Your manager is saying, hopefully Kai Havertz will get us something. Where is the building from the Dayo? You have. Let me say this.
And he's saying push
You
up. He's
have
telling
to
you, bro,
finish,
push up.
Dayo.
Really?
Let me finish my
The
take,
bench
right?
camp? You did not see the bench
Finish
camp?
my take. Dayo, let me finish my take.
Don't do that. You know, I won't
This
let
is
you.
my take.
Cam.
You know, I won't let you. I won't let you spin all this agenda.
Where do you watch the
Why?
game that they have a bench cam?
This is
I
my
watched the
take. I'm
game
not
and I was
spinning
so
your
You're
words.
going off the
Arsenal-
bench cam
Arsenal-
because
I'm-
Arteta's doing this.
no,
Are
he's
you all
telling you.
right?
Are you all right? What kind of question is that?
I'm saying,
The manager is
did
telling
you
players
watch
to
the
push up.
bench
What?
cam?
I'm saying the manager was telling players.
Where do they show the bench cam?
I'm saying on the
I
Arsenal
don't
app,
understand this.
the Arsenal app.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
so-
you can actually go there with the.
I'm loving
I'm gonna say.
And
I'm gonna
because
tell
you
you
saw
the
Arteta doing
I'm
this,
loving
that
this
means
headlock,
he's telling
bro.
everyone go
Oh,
What
for
a day, man. What a day.
Bro,
What a day.
bro, Trossard had the ball, and I said down and then chef for the people that watch. I'm gonna tell you, Trossard had the ball in your half because they gave him the ball, and instead of him trying to pass it when Thomas Partey created an angle and Declan Rice, he chose to play it long, hoping that Kai Havertz will be able to battle 3
My
people.
point
That
exactly.
is not football, bro. Big teams don't do this. This is some Allardyce shit. And it doesn't matter if you're 10 men. I watched Chelsea try to play with before. I watch even, bro, Spurs go down to 10 men. It doesn't matter if they do, by the way, you do it right or not. That's not the point. But I want to see you try because you have the superior players. Arsenal should be miles ahead of Bournemouth in terms of quality on the pitch. Otherwise, why are you challenging for the league?
Mo,
Go ahead, Brendan.
So Mo, by your logic, the league is over for us. Arsenal is not winning. the
No,
league.
it's not. It's
Oh,
no,
no,
it's
no.
not.
So what are we saying here? What are we saying? We're talking about.
He should have done better today.
No,
That's what he said.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
didn't say
what
anything
I'm
about the
saying.
and
game.
we're talking about you not blaming him.
Will, what did I say at the very beginning? What was my first statement?
Okay,
I
you
listed,
said-
I
you're-
listed
okay,
everybody.
there's a way that you can say the same thing and not say the same thing.
Dayo, we're analyzing that. Dayo, we're analyzing why the manager deserved the loss,
I
Dayo.
listed the
So we're
manager.
blaming him.
I blame the manager for how he set us up.
Right.
I blame the manager.
Okay,
for
Brandon has been waiting to speak for a while.
Brandon, speak.
Go ahead.
Again, I think most of you probably agree as well. This all reverts back to the transfer window again, because Dayo just said there, right? Without Bukayo Saka, without Martin Odegaard, and of course Saliba gets sent off, the manager doesn't really know what to do. So that shows you all that we did not do what was required in the transfer window, which is exactly what I said in the first place anyway. Because
applies to
if
every
we
team,
had
though.
have done,
It applies to every
yeah,
team.
but
Every single team.
it does apply.
Bro, stop passing the
doesn't-
blame,
No,
dude.
no, what I'm
Wait.
Hang
Can
on,
I ask
hang
you
on, let me
something?
finish.
Can I ask you something? Do you still think we're going to win the league?
And let me, Brandon, I want to win
I
Brandon
wanna go-
finish his take.
Bro, I want to go
Guys,
after Brandon.
Brandon finish his
I
take,
just wanna
please,
ask
Jay. We got all the time, but I want Brandon to finish his take first. Go ahead.
Yeah. Point. So, what I mean by this, right, is we was told that Ethan. It didn't matter that we sold to Smith Rowe because Ethan Wanyeri was going to get a chance, right? Like it or not, 17-year-old, like it or not, that was the plan from Arsenal. We didn't go into the transfer window to buy a replacement for Martin Odegaard or somebody who could cover in that position if required, right? Because let's be honest, we all know that you cannot play Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka for 50 to 60 games this season for Arsenal, which is what we're probably going to have, about 50 to 60 games this season, right? In all competitions. You cannot play your best players week in, week out, without them either one, dropping stinkers, or two, getting injured, right? We know this. So the fact that Arsenal didn't go out in the transfer window and buy a replacement for Emil Smith Rowe, and we was all sitting there saying, it's okay, we've got Ethan Wanyeri. Well, again, the reason why this comes back to the transfer window is because if Ethan Wanyeri was that guy, then Mikel Arteta will be putting trust in him. But it looks like Mikel Arteta don't trust this guy. Mikel Arteta still doesn't trust half these players. Hence why he brought Kivior on and he fucking took him off, right? And he played with 3 defensive midfielders today. But we've been doing this all season, right? Don't let it fool you that today is our only loss of the season, right? We've been playing this same way all season, right? The only teams that we've scored a decent amount of goals against is Leicester and Southampton, and we should be doing that because they're teams that are languishing down the bottom of the table. Man City, we had to play with 10 men. Spurs, we won for a set piece. Aston Villa, we could have gone 2-0 down before we won that game. We've been playing this same way all season, and I keep saying to people, and this is where my point lands, right? I think it's because Mikel Arteta has got PTSD about 2 seasons ago. Because 2 seasons ago, when Arsenal were 8 points clear and we bottled it, right? We was playing some of the best football that I have seen Arsenal play in years. Years and years and years. And now all of a sudden, we've reverted back to this style where it's like we're defensively sound first, and then if we can score via a set piece or if we can hit a team on the break, and it's boring robotic football. It really, really is. And Arteta has to do something to change it because otherwise we are going to see more games like this. I'm telling you now.
Let me just say something. Yeah.
Before you come in, guys, there is about 700 people here, and we are only on 170 likes. The like button helps the channel massively. You guys are forgetting the like button. Hit that like button, people. Let's get to 300 likes live on the stream, guys. Hit that like button now. Come on. Let me just do a couple of these super chats. Thank you so much, Samasi, for becoming a YouTube member. Really appreciate you so much. And Swish Moon super sticker, I think it's saying goodbye. That super sticker says goodbye. So big up for the super sticker. And no more Rice Krispies. It's saying, didn't Martinelli have a one-on-one miss before we conceded? Everyone needs to calm down. Man City and Liverpool will drop points. There is 30 games to go. I'm just going to respond to this. The argument here is not that Martinelli missed that chance. The argument is that sorry, Brandon. Just let me respond. The argument is always that chance was created because Kepa made a mistake and passed it to you, not because you played out of the back or you created that mistake. That is the thing. Like you cannot go every game. You cannot go games depending on the opposition making a mistake. That is the point.
But regardless of that, this is another issue that comes back to the transfer window because again, at the end of last season, every single Arsenal fan said we are missing that person who is clinical in front of goal. Once again today, as this super chat rightly says, Martinelli had a 1v1, whether it was something we created or whether it was something that...
Your manager never wanted a striker, by the way. He wanted Kai Havertz this whole time. So this thing about, we needed a striker, your manager didn't want that.
Yeah, but this is the point that I'm making, right? Our manager didn't want that, right? But the point is...
Havertz played well today. Nobody can blink on Havertz today. He played very well. He's the only one. He's the only one in this team that played well, did his job, held the ball up, waited for his teammates one corner. He's the only guy.
I'm not saying he played bad. I'm saying that's his guy. So this whole we need a striker.
The problem is the system. You could have played other people.
No, but the point is before, even though we went down to 10 men, before Bournemouth even scored, Martinelli had that chance and he didn't bury it because he's not clinical, which is something that Arsenal missed all season last season. Go back and watch the 5 games that Arsenal lost in the league last season, and you will see at least 3 of them, we could have killed them games off in the first half. If we had somebody clinical in front of goal, that's what Arsenal are missing.
Yeah, but the chance will always fall to Martinelli. It doesn't matter. Like
season.
That chance will come to Martinelli.
The other people
like having a clinical striker today wouldn't fix the problem. Today, the problem was, instead of still having 3 midfielders on the pitch, play 4-4-1. Play with 2 wingers, 4-4-1. That's an old school football. Just do that. Why go into, bro, the guy left Kai Havertz on his own and he didn't have any wingers. He had 3. Why do you have 7 people to defend the whole game? What is this? That's it. It's I get a lot of people like it for Arsenal. I'm telling you guys, Arsenal aren't gonna win the league playing this style of football. Nobody ever won against Pep Guardiola. People say Mourinho, they got 110 goals and 100 points. That season in Real Madrid, he was dominating every single team. This notion, it can win you the Champions League, being adept. That way of playing, and by the way, it's not only about the red cards. It's not only about the red cards. Before the game, you abandoned the way you played the last 16 games of last season. You were pressing team, dispossessing opposition in their half. Stats don't lie. You were the team that dispossessed the opposition the most. in the second half of the season last season. Why? Odegaard used to press. I remember Saka used to press. Havertz used to press. You used to stress teams in their half. He completely abandoned this, allowing the opposition to pass the ball around. What is this, bro? It's not.
I'll tell you what separates a good team between a very, very, very top team as well. Because we had this conversation about are Arsenal one of the best teams in Europe, and I said no. And even last season when we were talking, I said Arsenal going to win the league. I said that they've not faced injury crisis when they were doing well for the first 2 seasons. When they missed out by I don't know how many points. They've not faced injuries. So if you want to know on what a team is and what it's on, if they have smoke like that. Look at how they adapt when they've got injuries. Because let's be honest, with Man City, yeah, I don't like Man City, but if they win this league title, which is probably they will, they'll have no Rodri, and he's arguably one of their most important players. So they're not going to talk about, oh, we missed Rodri. They literally won a title without De Bruyne. They won a Champions League without, I don't think De Bruyne did that well in the Champions League, but you get my point. So this way of playing, and this defensive approach, yeah, and bearing in mind, you guys do not have like elite attackers in the forward line. You don't have elite attackers. So even if you want to play defensive, you have to have a world-class attacker to back. You know, like for example, Liverpool with Salah. You need to have a world-class player like that that's going to bag you goals and carry you. You do not have a single player in that team that's a world-class player or who's going to carry you. You don't have an Alexis Sanchez. You don't have a Robin van Persie. You don't have a Thierry Henry. You don't have a Dennis Bergkamp. That's the problem with you lot. Yeah, you can play good football. You've got a good coach. He's got a good system, yeah. But if you lot want to go to the next level, this approach that he's doing right now ain't the way. It's not the way. And bro, think about it. If you were that close with a fully fit team against Man City, yeah, but this season you've got a lot more disadvantages, then how, unless Man City go on an absolute disaster class, which is not going to happen, then you lot are like, what? It's going to be another season of repeat. You don't have a Sanchez. You don't have a Mesut Ozil. Like, cool, you missed out on Saka, yeah, but come on now. Are we really going to say, honestly, face to face, yeah, that we didn't win this game because we missed Saka? Cool, he might be integral, but not to the point where you're facing against Bournemouth. Like, it's crazy. Like,
I think Brendan was right though in a way about the PTSD thing, and not in the sense that it's actually PTSD, but I think there's a bigger thing that I noticed in the game that I'm not sure maybe the Arsenal, because of the emotion of the game, that they necessarily picked up on. After the Trossard pass that caused the Saliba red card, did you see how many more mistakes your squad made as soon as Saliba was off the pitch?
Raya, yeah.
Your mentality collapsed. Like you guys were running around, even in the second half when, yeah, you had possessions where you were creating balls on the counterattacks and stuff like that, creating chases on counterattacks. You guys were running around like chickens with your heads cut off. Like, oh my God, what are we going to do? How are we going to salvage this? What's going to happen? There was no calmness that you see. And that was the exact same thing that happened to you 2 years ago when Saliba got injured for the second half of the season. And so this is why I think you guys going, even though he's only going to miss one game, you guys going into that Liverpool game next weekend, I don't see how you win it. I don't. Because if your team pulls those same types of mistakes that only seem to be consistently happening when Saliba's not on the pitch, it's almost like he's your comfort blanket, right? For the squad. And when he's not there, everybody starts making bad decisions. Arteta starts making bad decisions. The players start making bad decisions. Everybody starts making bad decisions.
You're missing as well another thing, yeah. When this one player, yeah, I want to know why he always gets, like, he never gets mentioned as well. Their marquee signing that they bought for 100 mil. Ain't he supposed to be?
Don't do that, Rice.
Ain't he the guy that's supposed to drag you? Declan Rice has been. Declan Rice has been awful this season.
It's like you lot have been waiting for this, waiting for us to get that. You lot have had this in your chamber, just ratting.
Ahmed, if you hire somebody to be a chef for you, and you hire somebody to be a driver, and the chef is doing his job, but the driver is not doing his job, and that company is looking kind of shaky. Like,
what's he talking about? Here's
what I'm talking about.
It's a very good analogy.
Your silliness in trying to blame Rice.
No one's blaming. He's not being good this season.
What did you want Declan Rice to do? Dayo, what did you want Declan Rice to do today?
Hold on. No.
Hold on, Mo. Declan was the only one, 10 men down, second half, still collecting the ball from the back and drove forward a few times and released the ball.
What has he done this season? He's done.
Yes, we talk about the game today.
I think he wasn't good.
Yeah, it's
Declan
been
Rice
bad.
was
It's
easily
been bad.
the
That's
best
not
player
100
for
mil.
Arsenal
That's
today.
100
He didn't
mil
play
for that,
poorly.
Kai Havertz. In my opinion, Kai Havertz, maybe Declan Rice was trying, but
Declan and Kai.
Come on, we're gonna give £100 million player for trying. I can try.
Listen, my friend. They did their job today. It's a team sport.
Or me and the team, I'll try.
Listen, no. You. I've told you. I wish they come Maroon Fellaini.
Are we praising determination now? What's going on?
Nobody's.
Yeah, I'm not with that.
Nobody's.
Come on.
determination.
You can't tell me that Rice has had a bad. He ain't had an amazing season, but he ain't had a bad season.
All I'm saying is, at the end of the day,
the little red card, yeah, but bro, literally, you've been waiting to do this. I know you have. You literally have been waiting to do this.
You can't pick your agendas. You need to pick your agenda.
And then you just say
There's a
a
lot to
right
banter
load.
them on. Declan Rice is not one of them today, so I don't even know why you're bringing Declan Rice up.
This is what I'm saying. He just loves to just gossip. He's a gossiper.
You know what I've realized, yeah?
I can say this with chest.
Anyway, guys, Brandon has to go, so Brandon, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll see you soon, Brandon. Appreciate you.
Will, I can say this with chest. Will, I can say this with chest today. David Raya, below par, 0. If I'm going to score him, he messed up today. I don't know where his head was. Today, he was Ramsdale on cocaine. That's what he was. Ramsdale high. I don't know what he was thinking about. David Raya. Defense, up until Saliba made that stupid mistake and a few other. In fact, he had made a couple of things that I had seen. The first 20 minutes, we looked like we were not going to be able to score in this game. If you watch the game, the first 20 minutes, Arsenal looked like they were not going to score in that first half. In my mind, I was like, well, we'll ride out the first half. We'll go into the second half, probably find a way to score 1 goal, get 1-0, and just get out of here. You guys don't look like you're here to play today. And when that mistake happened, not only did it happen because Saliba did what he did, it happened because Trossard, the multiple people that made mistakes for that red card to occur. The players were not on it today. So let's just call it spade and not the garden utensils.
No, but you
haven't been on it for a lot of games. Mo, I don't understand why is he not talking about this.
Mo, you said today's game. Now you've come back to say, but they haven't been on it for a lot of games. We can analyze today's game. You asked me to analyze today's game, and I finished analyzing today's game, and now you're throwing back to something else. If you want me to analyze the season so far, tell me, analyze your first 7 games this season and why you guys have been playing consistently poor.
So you don't think this game is a reflection of what has been going on this season a little bit?
That's a follow-up question. I don't think this game is a reflection of what's been going on this season. I think that the players themselves have discipline issues, which the manager needs to address, because you can't have 3 red cards.
I think it's coming from him. But fine.
Well, as regards, which is why I said he needs to address it. If it's coming from him, again, I said he needs to address it.
His energy, man. His energy. I think his energy is transmitted. The players are nervous.
No, I understand that, but
again, I am agreeing with you. If you're saying it's the manager's fault that they're getting red cards, and then he needs to address it because it's his fault. If you're at fault, are you not going to fix it?
I don't think he's addressing it because he doesn't think that they're doing anything wrong. He's a crybaby, right? Every time something happens that's against him, he's like, "Oh, it's not our fault. It's this person's fault."
I said he needs to address it. So 3 red cards. No, I don't know the future.
Okay, I want to address Dayo after he finishes.
3 red cards in 8 games is not good enough. That's rubbish. You need to address that incident over there. And in the games where we have gotten those 3 red cards are the only games where we've dropped points, which means you are hurting yourself with whatever tactics that you're trying to do that is costing you red cards and costing you points. So you need to address it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I want to just say something real quick here, because Dayo said, stop blaming Rice as an agenda here. You know what I find hilarious about his fan base here is that when they look at Chelsea, for example, or they look at Man City, let's say they talk about Grealish, who was for 100 mil. They talk about Caicedo, who cost a lot of money. They talk about Enzo Fernandez. They're so quick to talk about their performances because of the price tag. But when it's Declan Rice, when someone mentions him, even a little sentence, how dare you? It's agenda. How dare you? How dare you? You see this? But hold on. One second. Let me finish. Wait, listen. I know. Listen. Let me land this point here, because the problem is, when you buy a player for that price,
point is pointless.
When you buy a player for that price,
is pointless.
He hasn't even made the point. I don't understand his point.
Because his point is basically.
Let him make the point. Why are you saying his point, Dayo? Let him make the point so he can respond. I don't know his point, wallahi. I don't understand. By the way, Dayo, he's talking too much. I don't know where he's going. So I'm waiting to hear where he's going with this.
Dayo, I know it's a tough day. You don't have 3 points here. My club got 3 points. But anyway, like I said, with Declan Rice, listen, with Declan, why laughing? Listen, with Declan Rice, yeah, there is a certain expectation, yeah, that you need to have him, because when you're saying that he's up there with Rodri, he's up there with one of the best CDMs, every game there needs to be a certain expectation of him. He can have the one odd game, but most games he needs to drag his team when the team needs him the most. He costs a lot of money. They did the same thing with Paul Pogba at Man United, rightfully so. Now they need to apply the same thing with Declan Rice. This Arsenal, yeah, my issue with them is that when they buy a player for that price, yeah, they get so sensitive about it.
So what do you want them to do? Like, what do you want him to do? I don't understand your point.
The impact. Okay, if they're saying that Rice is this player that they're trying to sell me,
buy a £100 million defender. What are you expecting him to drag the team out and win the game?
Did Rodri not drag City last season? Did he not have an impact?
There's a couple of games here and there, yeah, but Declan Rice is not Rodri.
Well, that's the point. That's the point I'm making. They compared him to Rodri. That's
None of them said he's Rodri.
Oh my! They've never said.
Did
that.
Did I?
Stop
doing that. Your fan base. So your fan base. Some want Ten Hag in. Do you want Ten Hag in? No, you don't, bro. So should I put that on you? No. So don't do all this. I'm not my fan base. Yeah, I do rate him.
You know
I do rate him.
You know
What's he good at? What's he good at? Can you tell me what's he good at?
Track him back. He cuts out plays.
One at a time, guys. One at a time. Wallahi, I can't hear. Dayo, we can't hear you know.
You know my cousin's better than him, and he's in Libya.
Bro. If your cousin, who's your cousin? Who's your cousin?
Mohammed, he's techie, bro. He's way better than Rice.
Your cousin's dead, bro. Allow it. Cousin's dead.
So,
if your cousin
no
is
joke.
your cousin
Dayo has the same technique as Kamala Harris. He's just going to talk as much as he can to run the clock out so that the show ends and nobody gets to talk trash about it.
They talk about Caicedo, but we can't talk about Rice.
Habibi, can I finish this argument, Ahmed? What did you want Rice to do, Ahmed? What do you want Rice to do? Did you want him to score, defend, lead? Like, what are you expecting Declan Rice as a Superman? Did he buy like what?
Okay, what I want him to do, yeah, is that when his team is under pressure, drag his team.
In this game, we're talking about.
You want to CDM?
Hold on, Jay.
You want to
drag them where?
CDM to drag our team?
Drag them where?
Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Come on, Ahmed. You're moving mad, bro. You're moving mad, and you know you are. You're just doing the banter, bro. Don't do that banter stuff over here, bro.
I'm not doing it.
You are doing it because you know we've only been bad when we got the red cards. Any other game, we're looking decent. We're not looking like fifth gear, but we're not looking like losing the games, bro. The only time we're doing bad is when we get the red cards, and then you're coming there saying, "Oh, Rice has been dead." Allow it, bro. You're just trying to agenda. I hear it. I respect it, but not here. Not with me. I'm sorry. I won't just sit here and let you do this.
And here's the thing.
I wouldn't say you necessarily look like you're winning games, right? You
bro, do we look like we're
games.
losing? But does it look like we're gonna lose?
There's
a number of chances that your guys are allowing to happen. Looks like you could possibly lose the game. Like the game against us, for example, right? You guys had like what 30% possession in the game, and you scored off a set piece.
Bro,
right? You guys were pressured.
Let him finish. Jay, you asked him. Let him finish, and then you respond to him, Jay.
So it's not like you guys were looking like you were going to beat us either. Right? You're not looking like you're going to put away teams.
But what he said,
but what I'm saying, everyone, even in that game, hold on, Dayo, literally, even in that game, we could have been playing till now. You wouldn't have scored. You didn't look like you were going to score in that game because you ain't got. You just didn't. You didn't have like clear cut. What Solanke?
We did.
When? Who? Which chances?
Which chances?
Yeah.
I have to go back and look at the exact number of chances if you want me to get specific on the chances.
Bro,
we had like something like 20-something shots.
Yes,
Ryan
and that's
had
my
to make
point.
4 saves.
That's my point. If you have 20 shots in a game and you don't score, bro, there's something wrong. You was not gonna score. You was never gonna score in that game.
Score. We literally had 12
corner
20,
kicks.
This
do you know how many 20 shots are, bro, in one game? That is a lot of shots, you know.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. So, like, I mean, why would we not score eventually?
Because you was never looking like scoring. That's my point. You had the possession and everything, but you never, like in that game, I never felt.
You have to take the ball into your final third and make opportunities for you to even get shots in the first place.
Yes, but you never looked like scoring. Just because you got into the final third, that don't mean that you could have scored all the opportunities. Obviously, you would have scored it if that was the case. You had 20 shots, my guy.
No, because we have bums playing in those positions that couldn't score. Brendan Johnson had chances.
So hold on. So if you had bums in them positions that couldn't score, my point proven. If you still playing now, you have bums. They can't score. They wouldn't have scored.
But they did. Those same bums have scored before, so it's not like it's impossible for them to
But
score.
now they have. Like, which one? Where are we going with this, bro?
Has Brendan Johnson not scored 3 goals this season?
Hold on. Are they bombs?
He has.
Are they bombs or not? Is the question.
Yeah.
Yes, they're
like,
bums.
first they're
Brendan
bums
Johnson
and then-
is a
oh,
bum.
no.
So you say
He could have scored 3 goals today, but he didn't.
Will. Here's the thing, right?
Doesn't mean he'll never score a goal.
But here's the point, though. What Jay said earlier is, in all the other games,
If we had kept playing till
all the-
today, we still wouldn't have scored, is what he said.
I'm
That's horseshit.
but you allow me say what I wanted to say. What he said earlier was that in all the other games where we did not lose a player, where we were not 10 men down, we looked like a team that was not going to lose the game. Those were his first words, which is different from saying you look like a team that is going to actually win the game. And I agree with him. Arsenal has not looked their best this season, but we've also looked, when we have 11 men on the pitch, like a team that might not lose that game. And it's come out in all the results where we've had 11 men on the pitch where we did not lose the game or drop points.
I don't know what that mentality is. We're not going to lose
No,
the game.
listen. It's not a mental. I'm not.
I don't know what that means.
Listen. Here's the thing. You assert that Arsenal, this loss today is because of how we've always played, and we've looked like we're going to lose every game we're going to play, but somehow we found a way to win. And I'm saying there's a big difference, right? There's a big difference. Today's game in isolation, everybody holds the blame from the manager to the last player. Even the players that played well, even the ones that tried their best. Sorry, today you need to hold your teammates accountable as well, right? That I can say about today's game. But
Can I come in here and ask a question? Can I come in and if Arsenal, if Saka's out the Liverpool game, which is in a week, and Saliba's out, and you don't win that game, you know the game after you play Newcastle away in 1 week after this. If Saka's having a hamstring injury, well, you play Newcastle away. I don't know how you guys are looking at the season at that point, because a lot of Arsenal fans are saying Liverpool now are favorites to win at the Emirates if Saka's out and Saliba is out.
Yeah, it reduces our chances massively.
Exactly, which is I agree with that. If
I don't
both
see
are
how you
out,
win.
It reduces
but
our
hear me
chance.
out. Well, how are we looking at the season at that time? You play Newcastle away after Liverpool. If
Chelsea
Man City,
after that.
we're all expecting Man City to win tomorrow. It would be a very big surprise if Man City don't win. They're playing Wolves. Wolves are horrific, right? Like it would be a big surprise. How are we looking at the season then? Like for Arsenal,
we've seen
how is the Brighton game gonna look?
No, we've seen this at the beginning of the season where when we lost Odegaard and we had 1 or 2 players out, everybody said, you're going to the Etihad, you're going to lose, you don't have your best creator, blah 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 blah. We saw what happened. Down to 10 men, we got a point.
So you believe Arteta can find a solution?
Here's my point. Let me just finish. Same thing. We went to Tottenham at the derby. Oh, you're coming here without Odegaard. You're coming here without Bar. You guys are going to lose, and you're coming to our home. All right, good. We went there. We stole the 1-0. We ran away with it. We got our 3 points. We walked out of there. Again, any manager who wants to make an excuse, even though I know that this is the spine of your team, and like I said, if you take out the spine of any team in the Premier League, they will suffer. You take out like
100%, yeah.
But now this is where you have to come and show me that, because you have no excuse, Arteta, this season. This is where you have to show me that you are going to find a way, one way, somehow, to win these games. Because we've seen it in the past. I've seen him play City in. Yes, you guys can say it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about what they won, but we play City where we won by 1-0, deflection goal. Hold on, get it. It's about getting the 3 points now. At this stage, when you have injuries and you have players that are out and you have this and you have that, it's about getting 3 points. It's no longer about, how well you play or how well you did not play. You go in there, show up what you need to show up with, get your 1-0, whatever you need to do. If you need to go and enhance your dark arts and get 7 penalties in that game, do it. That's the it's no longer about how well you're going to play. So I think as
the only person you had injured was Odegaard. That's one person. That's not a spine. Now you have a spine out, right? And a Saka.
We had
it's a disaster. It's a disaster.
That's why I'm giving. That's why. Listen, sorry, Jay. That's why I gave the examples. I said when we had one player out, he found a way to do it. Now we have multiple players out. He has to find a way to win these games. It's not about how well he plays now. It's about how you use what you have, the tools you have. It's a disaster not to have them, but you still have players that you can put on the pitch and coach them to do a business. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, let me do this super chats before we go on. It was a bad day in the office. I still have faith. Do you have faith, Dayo?
Yeah, I still do. I'm not sure. This is just one bad day.
Jay?
100%. We're still gonna win the league, but I'm pissed off in it because I
By
just
the way,
don't like.
when is the point where you guys are not gonna have that chance that I don't?
You see. But my point is,
okay.
I still think we're gonna win the league. But today,
All
the
right.
manager has to get it. That's all. Hey, Mo,
All
don't
right, all right.
don't do this, bro. You're good.
Oh, what did I do, bro?
Acting like
what
I'm
the
gonna
fuck?
beat.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything, bro.
At one
Like,
point,
are you triggered now by facial expressions?
I'm on you, Mo. Watch.
What the fuck?
Like with,
I
hold on,
feel
with
this season-
Saliba in the side, you guys were able to dig it out, dig results out, you know, get a couple of set piece goals or whatever to get you guys across the line. Okay. But you guys have to now play Liverpool, who's been playing way better this year than I thought they were going to. And you have to do it without Saliba, right?
yeah, that's why I said he's gonna have to.
It's
figure
gonna
out
be
how-
tough. Let me read this. I
We-
feel this season when Arsenal play the weaker teams, they're way more too complacent. I totally believe it. Does anybody believe that?
I don't know. I mean, when you say weaker teams, our first 5 games were against like really, the upper parts of the table. So I think we haven't played any. I think Bournemouth is probably the only other team we've literally played, I think, this season so far that we can say is at the bottom of the team. So for you to say when they play the weaker teams, they're complacent. They're talking about the one game that we played. We played Man City, we played Aston Villa, we've played Brighton, we played Tottenham. Like these are the teams that we have played. Okay, Southampton. We weren't complacent with Southampton, were we? I mean, at the end of the day, we played. We did what we needed to do to get a point there.
Didn't
So,
you fall behind in Southampton?
yeah, we did. We fell behind a goal, but we came back and won.
Didn't Leicester score two goals against you as well?
Yeah, Leicester scored 2, but we won 4-2 eventually. So when you say complacent, I don't understand what he means by they're complacent. That's my question.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. But hold on.
AMT. Yeah, go ahead.
With the Leicester one, I get what you're saying about complacent because we
2-0 up, 2-2.
We do up,
Yeah.
and then they come back 2-2. So yeah.
How is it Arteta's fault for Trossard playing a shit ball and Saliba pulling down Evan Nelson? Ridiculous logic.
That's not his fault.
Obviously,
It's definitely not Arteta's fault.
You're not getting it. It falls back on the manager. That's what I'm saying. You pick the players. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
Not
saying.
only.
Yeah,
Why is he
but
after?
Jay,
Guys, I don't understand this new thing from Arsenal fans. If Inter are going for the league, and I promise you, AMT, I'm coming to super chat in a second. I swear to God, I don't have different standards for big teams. If Inter are playing Udinese away from home or any team, and I'm going for the league, and this is my chance, right? And I go 10 men, and my manager defends all the time after the red card, and not even try to play, not even try to impose a little bit of authority on the game, I'll be upset. Why? You guys know why? The reason why? This is why there are big teams with higher quality players. Let me finish
by the way,
this is very important.
we had a higher possession in second half.
It's not about that. It's about you. Hold on, Dayo. It is actually a fact. It's actually a fact. 51-49. But we know, guys, what I'm talking about. There is a difference between the teams, the higher quality teams that spend more money and have better quality. That's why Arsenal go for the league, and Bournemouth, all their aim is to finish top half of the table. This is why Inter go for the league and Udinese want to do this. That's why Man United, forget Man United, shit. Right? That's a different story. But Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool. This is why I'm thinking you have the better quality players. So this is why you say it's ridiculous logic. It is not. After the goal, it was hoof ball. When you were passing the ball at the back, you panicked. You didn't create enough chances to win this game. I didn't think Arsenal were looking for the 3 points. You were looking to defend first, and then we might get a win or not. I believe if Arteta went out with a point, he would have been happy. After the record, he would have said,
So how does that answer this super chat, though?
Because he's talking about, because we never blamed him for the red card. We blamed Arteta for everything else other than the red cards. None of us here on this panel, none of us here said that the red card is Arteta's fault. How?
Yeah, the red card's not Arteta's fault. But just because you guys had more possession than them in the second half, it's because up until the first goal, you didn't.
In the
Right?
first
You had
half,
like
in the
10
first-
minutes. Hold on.
in the first half,
Hold on.
What was the first half?
Right?
What was the possession in the first half? What was it? Say it. I want you to say, because you're looking at the stats. So
What do you mean? What was the position? I can look at it. I'm not looking at the stats. I'm looking at the individual minutes. You want me to count them up?
was 50,
You had the first 8
50.1,
minutes.
50
Then
to
you
49.
they had the next 4. Then
50
you
to
had the next
49,
4.
and
Then they had the next 5.
50
Then
to
you had the next
49.
3.
I
Then
like
they
What's
had
your
the next 3.
question?
Then you had the
What
next
is your
2. They had the
question?
next
Hold on.
20.
I like how you like to select 5 minutes.
I'm not selecting.
I said what
You're
was-
interrupting in the
you
middle
said-
of a
you simply
sentence
said-
when
you
I was
simply said-
actually
no,
making a
you simply
point.
said- you
That
simply
from the
said-
time that you got a red card, you
said we
touched the
parked the
ball
bus.
for 1 minute in the entire
said-
first
you
half.
said we
In the
parked the
second
bus.
half, until the first goal,
You
you
said we
only
parked the bus.
touched the ball 5 minutes in the entire
You
second
said
half.
we parked the bus.
Ben
I
White
said
got a
what-
yellow card for delaying the game when you guys was still
you
0-0
said-
in the
you
second
said
half.
We parked the bus.
After
Oh,
they
hold on,
scored
hold
2
on.
goals,
Dayo,
then you
this is
had
not gonna
12
work.
minutes of
Guys,
possession
it's not
straight.
gonna work.
You said
We have to have
parked the
one
bus.
person
I'm like,
talking.
You said we
Right, but
parked
I'm
the
not going to
bus.
sit there and let him
By
like.
the way, Dayo, can I actually solve this, Dayo? We are only 5 people here. Guys in the chat, including Arsenal fan. Did Arsenal park the bus after the red card or not? It's a yes or no question. Jay says yes, he's an Arsenal fan. I say yes, and I'm watching as a neutral.
And I said, what was the possession? I want you to read it out.
I don't care about the total possession. I'm
I
talking
can
about
hold on.
moments
Well,
in the
I can
game.
answer this. Well,
Hold on,
I can
Mo,
answer
can I
this
say-
very simple. I can answer this, guys. After the red card, until the second, that's the first half, it was 63% to
Right after the red card.
Bournemouth, right after the red card until halftime, right?
And at
Okay.
halftime, what was the okay? Forget halftime.
I literally
Second half.
answered, but
Second
that's the
half.
game. You literally. So, Dayo, we're all talking about after the red card, you
No,
parked
but
the
you
bus.
said we parked the bus throughout the second half as well. When I talked earlier in the stream, you guys said we parked the
Bro,
bus for
do
the
I
entire
do
game.
I need to share my
In the
screen
second
so
half-
everyone can
in the
see what
second
I'm
half-
looking at?
In the
It
second
shows
half, what
minute
was the
by
position?
minute. You guys had after the
What was
second
the
goal.
possession is what I'm saying.
After
Total
the
possession at the
second
end of the
goal,
game.
you have possession for
Guys,
the
we can't
rest
speak
of the
over
second
each other,
half
please.
because they already had 2 goals. The game was over. Why would they try to have possession against Arsenal when they're winning 2-0? They're going to sit back and walk the game out.
But then that goes against what you said. Then you said
No,
we
it
parked the bus.
doesn't.
Hold on.
Because they let
Listen,
you have the ball because the
exactly
game
my
was
point.
over.
My point was we had the ball. What we did with the ball is different. We didn't do nothing with the ball, but we had the ball. You said we parked the bus, which means that they're supposed to be pressing us.
You parked
point
the
is-
bus when it was
my point is,
0-0
Will,
and you
Will,
didn't try to
Will,
do anything
Will,
until you were
Will,
already 2-0 down. By that point, it's too
Will.
late.
You're saying that we didn't have the ball. Now you're saying they gave us. the
Bro,
ball.
I
We
didn't
have
say
the
you
ball.
parked the bus for
So how is
every
that?
90 minutes.
Guys, by the
You
way, we
parked the
cannot
bus
be.
for the majority of the
cannot
second
do
half
this.
and the majority of the first
They
half.
gave us the ball. No, you had the ball because they are.
We cannot
the
do
ball.
this, guys.
Like, come on.
I want to have a conversation. The problem is, Dayo, forget all of these
Why you
are
do nothing
small
with it?
things. All of these are small things. Dayo, you definitely park the bus until they score the goal. After that, you have to go for it, Dayo. That's just
Exactly.
logic and football logic. It's just football.
You're
If you
being
didn't see,
pedantic
okay,
for
I want
pedantic
to ask
sake.
you, Dayo. Okay, I want to ask you, Dayo, a simple question. After the
Dayo,
Dayo, let me ask you the question so we can hear your response. Dayo, let me ask you the question so we can hear your response. Just wait. After the red card, between the red card and when they scored, do you think you parked the bus?
yes, between that time we parked the bus is what I'm saying. I'm saying, but
That was the
overall-
majority of the
No, no,
game,
no,
my
no, no.
man.
Well, let him answer.
No,
Khalas,
no,
Will. He admitted it finally.
I'm saying between the first half, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, when we went into the halftime, 15 minutes, right? We parked the bus there to rearrange because he brought in Kirill, he took out Sterling, he played a defensive game, blah. Second half, even when we came out, we didn't park the bus in the second half. When we came out, it wasn't a park bus game. It was more a balanced game, even though they had, and when they scored the second goal, which was then when things changed, they let us have the ball. But you said we parked the bus for 90 minutes. And I said,
Nobody said you parked the bus for 90
Go back-
minutes, dude.
go back to the beginning. So
No
what-
one. No
Will,
one.
Will, what
If
Mo
he
said
said that, he misspoke. It doesn't
I
matter.
didn't say that. I
And
never
then-
said you parked the
and then-
bus for
and
90
then-
minutes. Not once.
Okay, we're not gonna
Very
argue
beginning
if he
of
said that or didn't say that. We're now, guys. This is
Oh, oh.
absolutely getting ridiculous. Okay, the problem is, Dayo. I actually think that you parked the bus until they scored the goal. You all only came out completely after they scored even the second one, the penalty. Even after the penalty, he was still a little bit cautious. He wasn't pressing as high. He wasn't. I actually, I don't know why you're laughing, but that's the reality. I'm watching the game. That's how I felt. Am I missing something, Jay?
No, you're not. Because I watched the same game as you, my guy.
That's how you felt. But
He's
then
an art.
No, that's the
Hold on.
facts. You can literally look at the
Dayo,
possession
bro.
numbers by minute and see it. Dayo.
I hear you.
Right.
I'm-
Will,
You
Will.
want to take the total because
I'm
it
just
fits
not-
your argument. Look at it for minute per
It's not
minute
about taking
in the
the
second
total.
half, and you can see that for
Hold on.
yourself. Stop being disingenuous on
You say,
purpose.
hold on. So you're saying I'm looking at the total because it suits my argument. Like that is not the total.
Yes,
of
you're
the-
a wind-up merchant. You're
Is that not
literally
the total?
winding this
Is
up
that not-
now
is
as
that
if
not
you
the
didn't do
Are
what
you
the
not
actual
supposed to- are
data
you not
says you
supposed-
did
listen,
because you had
Are you not
50%
supposed to
possession
look-
in the second
Are you not
half.
supposed to look at the entirety of the game when the game is over? Am
No,
I
we're not.
Hold
No,
on,
we're
am I-
not.
Hold on. No,
But you're wrong.
am I not
Like you
supposed to
cut
go to
I'm
minute
gonna cut
five?
you off like you
I'm
cut
gonna go to
people,
minute
Dayo.
five.
You're
Minute-
wrong.
minute
We
six,
shouldn't.
Minute 7, at minute 8. Okay, what happened?
Yes,
at minute
yes,
9?
yes, we
Tell me
should.
what
I'm gonna tell you why.
tell me what
I'm
happened
gonna tell you why.
9 minute
Because
mark.
I'm
Tell me
gonna
what
I
happened.
can explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you why.
I'm listening.
When you do games like this, you do them in phases. Why? Because the red card is a main event. Things change after red card. When you fall down 1-0, things change. When the opposition scores, things change. That is what we talk about in phases. If the game was 11-11, yes, all game. We talk about the whole game. But in this game, there are phases. There is before the red card, after the red card, and then after they scored. The reason why we do that, to analyze what Arteta was thinking. That's the whole point. How do you get it?
How
That's
you
to
played from the
analyze-
red card to the first goal, how you played after the second goal. Those are all changes.
Anyway. What is the point? Can you land your point? Well, what is your point when you
Okay.
say that?
I don't even remember anymore. It was like 20 minutes ago when I was trying to make a comment. But basically my point is, right, is that if you guys are, if it's not the point was Arteta's not at fault for the Trossard penalty. Go back to the super chat, right? Yeah. He's not at fault. That's not his fault. But what he is at fault for was like telling his players to waste time when it's 0-0. Shouldn't you guys be trying to score in that period? Right? Like, even though you're down to 10 men, the game's still 0-0. Why are you playing for a draw when it's 0-0 with only like 60 minutes into the game?
Before we answer this, before Dayo answers this, Jay, did that how you felt during the game? That after the red card, you were more holding into the point. Even in the second half, you were a little bit wasting time. Raya was taking his sweet time, kicking the ball. The throw-ins were a little bit slow. Did you feel that? And I want the people in the chat to get involved.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like we were wasting time. Soon as the red card came, it was like, boom. Soon as I see Keo come on, everyone just dropped back into that shape. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to do this again. And that's my point where it falls back on him, because we've had 2 games like this already. And you've done the same thing. Bang on the centre-back, bang on the centre-back, took off an attacker. And you've got this, well, now we've lost. We drew the last one, but now we've actually lost. So now, if he don't change it, if we get another red card in the season, now you got to look at him. You got to question him. Like, you can't just keep doing the same shit. Because even though I hate Tottenham, when Tottenham managers we're saying, oh, he's doing the same stuff over and over again. And then everyone's questioning him. Why aren't we questioning our manager? We're meant to be going for the Prem. We're meant to be a big team. What? We get a red card against Bournemouth and then, panic. Everyone drop back. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Literally.
I agree.
And
Before
for me
Dayo comes
personally,
in-
as an individual fan, my personal opinion, this is my personal opinion, right? Everybody can disagree with me if they want. I would, in this type of a scenario where you go down to 10 men, I would rather have a manager like Postecoglou than Arteta. One that's willing to throw caution into the wind. And it's like, hey, if we lose, we lose, but we're going to go out and we're going to try to score as many goals as possible. I would rather see that and lose. If you're going to lose either way, I would rather do it the Postecoglou way than the Arteta way. 10 days out of 10.
And you know what? I agree with that. I'd rather go out fight. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like you're in a fight and then, I don't know, your shoulder, you get a hurt shoulder. And then you literally just go up into a ball and just get beaten up. You still got a chance. Like, what's going on here? You're meant to be the big team. Oh, we're challenging City. Now, all of a sudden, we get another red card and then we just go into our shell. Like, it's jarring.
I mean, no respect. He meant not complacent. He meant no respect. I don't think you're right as well. Arsenal showed too much respect, if I'm going to be honest with you. Arsenal showed too much respect sometimes for oppositions. I thought he showed too much respect for Bournemouth, to be honest. When it was 0-0, why didn't Arsenal play when they were 2-0 down. Will is right. Yeah, but that's the whole point. When it was 0-0. And by the way, I'm not saying that Arsenal should go all out, try to press all the time. But when you get the ball, try to play your football. Try to build. Try to get the opposite. Commit some players. I felt that Arsenal didn't commit enough players forward today when they were one man. As he is scared to expose the defense for some reason. You're supposed to be that team that has very good defenders. I know that Timber's out. Ben White is there. Declan Rice and Thomas Partey are there. Why was he still defending?
Mo, sorry. I don't even like to do the whole chat thing, yeah, but some guy called Greg Waste or whatever said you sound like a waste gunner. Bro, I will slap you in your head. Don't ever come for me, you donut.
I don't know what a waste gunner is, but I can time him out.
Lee Gunner. Like, are you all right?
Yeah, come on. What about it? People will always take anyone that is negative in their point of view. You are a north side. You're negative.
Trust me.
Don't worry about it, Jay.
I'm the one who gets the most trash in the chat of any person ever. You just gotta let it go.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
But what about, like, this is the first time that I watched a game, and like I said, I haven't watched a lot of Arsenal games this year, but this is the first one that I watched from start to finish because we just happened to be playing on the same day. What's up with Calafiori and the fact that he can't throw the ball in, man?
He did it a couple of times.
Was supposed to be a game changer. One that
he's still very good.
Going forward, it was good going forward. Like, a foul throw, really? 13-year-olds don't do that anymore, Mo.
Yeah, but to be honest,
he does it a lot, according to the announcers in the US.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Peter Drury said that he does a lot. But my point about is, in my opinion, I wanted to speak a little bit about Arsenal. Where's Ahmed? And Man United as well. I wanted to speak about Spurs as well and see what you did and how you thought about the game. And before I finish with Arsenal, I want to hear what Dayo thinks about Arsenal last. You're not panicking. You still trust the manager. You still trust the process. You're all right. With that, he's going to find a solution. This is his job. He's getting paid to do that. I hear that a lot from you.
Yeah,
I don't think they should panic.
There's nothing to panic about. It's game 8 now. Dude, at the end of the day, look, I'm not even going to speak for every other team. Football is football. Teams are going to win. Teams are going to lose. Every top team in this league this season is still going to lose a game or two. So I'm not going to sit here and then lose my whole shit because the player decided to not turn up today and Mikel Arteta chose to set them up wrong. You have those days with teams, and sadly was Arsenal. I'm more pissed at the team that we lost it to, being Bournemouth. I mean, I wish it was a top team that we went and shot the table and they beat us 5-0. At least I'll be like, well, they're a good team. We played badly, but it's Bournemouth. You can't really, you should come back from that. You should be able to beat Bournemouth. So I'm totally comfortable. I'm calm. I'm not stressed. The season is not over. There's 30 more games to go. Hopefully our injuries don't pile upon itself, which is the most important thing. If the players start coming back, I think we'll see a different style of play. I mean, if you look at the squad today, like I said, the way we play as our first 11, which is the team that should be playing, we only had one major person, like that is in the defense department, which is Saliba. In the midfield, we didn't have our regular Odegaard, who we know how that right hand side moves when he's there, and we didn't have Bukayo Saka as well. So I think that there's a big different way we play when we don't have those players in the team, and the players that come in need to step up. But today they didn't. So yeah, I'm holding that L. They are useless. I mean, I've lashed everybody. My thing is, at the end of the day, I can blame the manager for his own role in his selection and his setup and his substitutions, but I can also go ahead and blame the players on the pitch, because forget the hoofball. Why are you passing back into that space? You're a professional footballer. Why are you passing back into that space? That's not Arteta. Even if Arteta tells you to pass back, he didn't ask you to roll the ball just in the space and leave it there. He's asked you to pass it back to your goalkeeper, kick it back to your goalkeeper. You're going to pass it to him. So for me, the players have to hold it, man. Every single one of them that messed up today, every single one of them. Saliba, I still don't know again why you touched that player. You're the last man.
No, it's a natural reaction. You played football.
I get it.
He looked back, freaking Trossard, put him in the spot, bro. He put him on the spot.
Trossard,
you know what happened.
Trossard is a shithead for playing what he did.
Yeah.
Trossard is a shithead. Saliba, you shouldn't have just all you needed to do, right, was
run straight
with him and make sure you're pushing him away from goal. Just don't.
It's
You don't
so
have.
easy to say
No,
that. though.
nobody's saying. Listen. My point.
It's not that easy, by the
Nobody's
way.
saying
You,
it's-
it's
but-
not that easy.
But it's
It
your best
was
option.
a
It was his best option.
reaction.
It was his best.
Bro, it
option.
happens to a lot of players. I don't think like
because
he panicked.
sadly now he panicked and now he's got a red card and he won't be there for Liverpool. So for me, he has like our players have to think bigger picture as well. These are the things I'm talking. I'm not. Yes, that
I mean,
incident.
it potentially
that
could be a
incident-
6-point mistake, right?
Exactly. That incident there, that red card there, practically was part of the reasons why we lost the game today. Apart
This
from the
is
fact
might be a 9-point mistake, not
that-
6.
except for that one, and then might cost us the Liverpool game again.
Yeah,
So
which is a 9-point, a 6-pointer Liverpool and these 3 points.
Yes, Liverpool is not 6.
This it's a 6-pointer
No.
because they're
Okay,
title contenders.
They're title contenders. my bad.
Yeah, you're playing Liverpool at home. These are 3 points in your bag and 3 points off them.
Yeah.
If you lose that game, you're giving them 3 points and you're losing 3 points. Come on.
Yeah, so that's
get
my
the
point.
point,
So,
right?
so Jay, you see where I'm coming from with why I'm saying that those are the things that I'm talking about as a player, and I am sure I know people like to say this narrative that Mikel Arteta plays defensive, blah blah. Yes, he does. He set us up defensively to be sure. But the thing about it is, I don't think any manager says when you get there, don't try to score. Martinelli had a chance. He looked Kepa in the eye and gave it to him in his chest.
Yeah, but that's not that.
No.
Yeah,
I
but
don't. Listen.
Dayo, after that,
We're not going into this again, Dayo.
Here's what
That's
I'm
We're
when
saying.
not going into this again.
Here's what I'm saying.
Dayo, that was when Sterling was still on. I swear, was Sterling still on the
No,
field?
no,
Who's
that's in
telling
second
Ben
half,
White to
second half,
get a
second
yellow
half.
card for wasting time?
That's second half.
Who's telling Ben White to get a yellow card for wasting time?
That's second half. For this.
I don't think Arteta would have told Ben White. Oh yeah.
No, but
Yeah,
he's telling the
definitely.
guys to slow
They
down.
were wasting
Yeah,
it is-
time.
it is
All
football.
the players were wasting. Raya was wasting time. White was. Who's telling him to do that if not Arteta?
Listen, but that's what I'm saying though. He's not saying waste time to the point where you're going to be stupid and get a yellow card. When they say waste time, everybody knows how to waste time. Other teams waste time. They're not getting yellow cards because
We don't waste time 0-0. We're down to 10 men.
I hear you. I'm saying when they say slow it down, does not mean that waste time. I'm saying as a player, if your manager says slow it down, which means control the game, relax. I play football. When they say slow it down, it doesn't mean go and start wasting time. So the fact that the players are even doing that is stupid. That's what I'm saying.
I hate this the new thing. And let me just do this AMT super chat. It was still early. Let them score, then come back to win with 11 men. Didn't we come back against Leicester and Southampton? Yeah, but he was caught like flat-footed, to be honest, AMT. Do you know what I want to say as well about Arsenal in the first half, even for the red card? And I said that many, many times. Arsenal aren't taking risks this season. Arsenal don't try to go and smash teams. Yes, you did it against Leicester and Southampton, but these are Leicester and Southampton. Against Spurs, you didn't take the chances. If it wasn't for the corner kick, you would have thrown the game. And it was in your... By the way, for Spurs, getting a point against Arsenal is okay, but they're in a top 4 race. You would have dropped 2 points. And I saw that today, I know, Dayo, you have to go. I know you have to go. Today, and we'll just keep going for a bit. Go ahead, Dayo, if you want to go. It's fine. Today...
Appreciate you guys, man. Will,
Thank you,
I'm coming to your city and I'm coming for you, Will.
You can come for me anytime, my man.
Now we need to grab a beer.
Right?
I'll let you know.
We can grab a beer. You know, your triceps maybe look bigger than that shirt, but I'm 6'5", bro.
No, forget the triceps. This is all fake judo training. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in the real world. It's just
Big up Dayo, Habibi. Thank you, Dayo. Thank you. And my point about this Arsenal thing, to be honest with you, is that AMT and I want to get it's Arsenal people need to understand this. Against Bournemouth today, I want you to go out full guns blazing. It's in Bournemouth. You're not playing Man City. Who cares if your defense is a little bit wide open? That's why you have a Gabriel and Saliba, right? That's why I have a Gabriel and Saliba. I get, but we had 5% ball position. No, I want 30 minutes in the beginning of the half. Do like Man City. They go out playing these smaller teams, matching. You're not seeing the ball. Bournemouth should not have seen the ball. You know what I mean? Why? You're a team going for the title. If Spurs do this, if Man City do this, Liverpool do this, you should be able to do this. This more cautious Arteta, we're going to play the chess game. I'm going to wait for the opportunity. Bro, it can backfire so easy because you can stay 0-0 for a long time and then the opposition score, you have less time to score. Or you can get By the way, I'm telling you, if Arsenal were 1-0 ahead when the red card happens, you're winning the game. Do you know why you lost the game? Because the time kept going and going, and some of the players thought, well, maybe we need to go for the 3 points somehow. You know what I mean? I know that it was a corner, but in my opinion, Arsenal too cautious this season. There is no reason for you. You have the better quality players. On
it seemed
paper,
to me,
on
and
money, you have the better quality manager. You should be the team being on top for the majority of the games, but you aren't.
did it seem to you guys, bar the Martinelli chance, that it almost looks to me like this season Arsenal are playing for corner kicks?
I wouldn't say playing for it.
But they would, if a player is
like
trapped, instead of going out, they would look to hit the ball of the opposition to get the corner kick. Yes.
Yeah.
If the player is trapped in a corner, and instead of trying to get out of that, they would rather hit it towards the opposite. Yes. Well, if that's what you mean,
Yeah,
yes. And to be honest with you, that's all right. Well, because they're brilliant in corners.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm
actually
saying.
all right.
But if you find that, if that's a crutch, though, if that's your first thought in that situation, rather than
It's not
trying
their
to,
first thought.
No.
It's not their first thought. It's not their first thought.
I just don't see, and maybe it's just a different style of play. Maybe it's different players. I don't know. But like going to the Spurs game today, right? We had like 13 corners or whatever. But even when we were down in the corner, those corners came from sliding tackles from defenders, blocking crosses coming across the face of goal. If the ball comes out wide, our players are trying to recirculate it, get it back into possession. Whereas Arsenal players,
yeah, but you aren't as good as Arsenal in corners. But you aren't as good as Arsenal in corners as well. Like they are brilliant. They are amazing.
No, but
so
I don't
use it.
I don't get this whole motion where he's saying that we just go for corners.
No, they don't go for the corners, but it's an option for them if the player is trapped. Yes.
Yeah, but Will's saying that we will literally go in the corner and instead of trying to work it back out.
I don't think so.
Corner. No way.
I don't think so. But I wanna just now Arsenal wanted to move a little bit. Let me do this AMT super chat. This is poor from you, Mo. Can we come back from behind with 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% you can.
Why not?
What? Hold on. What do you mean? We can come back from behind with 11, but that's what I said. I said before the red card, I thought Arsenal should have went more for it instead of passing from the back, passing too much at the back and too slow. Go press. Kerikes had so many touches on the left side, him and Semenyo, and Arsenal were impressing him. And I'm like, why? Why the press is too slow now? Because Odegaard is not there. You should be able to coach the rest of the team. That's your job as a coach, right?
But
I thought the Arsenal were a little bit cautious again when they lose the ball, which is I get it, but I want. He's talking about Saliba, yeah. But that's what I mean. I mean that as well. So I agree with you about this. Saliba could have left the guy, but guys, it's a natural instinct. Saliba did not have a thought about it and just drag the guy down. He caught flat-footed because Trossard. It's a bad mistake. But again, Trossard passing the ball.
Van der Ven doesn't do that.
What do you mean Van der Ven doesn't do that? Are you
Van
comparing?
der Ven doesn't do that. It's because he knows he's fast and he knows that all he has to do is just run him down. Like
Saliba, it's fast. It's not as fast, but Saliba is very fast.
You didn't see the challenge on Van der. Similar thing happened with Antonio today.
He didn't.
So wait,
I did. He didn't put him. Yeah, I get it.
But wait, because he done it today, that means he's better. Just don't ever compare Van der Ven to Saliba.
I am
shameless. Yeah, shameless. Don't do that. You look silly.
I don't look silly.
I thought you compared Romero to Saliba before.
I do. I prepare.
But
I can still, in this type of a situation, we're talking about rashness. Van der Ven is not a rash defender, right? Romero gets called rash all the time, right? Still a better defender than Saliba.
So you think that Saliba's rash?
This was rash. Yes, that's rash.
So could he's had one.
You grab and pull a
So
guy down.
hold on. This is his first red card, yeah, of his whole career.
It's not his first red card of his whole career.
That's what it said. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's what they said.
There you go.
Unless the commentators and the stats people like SofaScore are wrong. So I don't know. That's what the commentators said. Well, they said that here. Peter Drury said it's the first record in his career.
So because he's done it once, look at him looking out. Here we go. Yeah,
he's making sure. Fact check it. Yeah. Fact check it. Yeah. Why not?
No,
it's 2024. Done it fact check stuff. Fake news.
Will, because he's done it once, that makes him a bad defender.
No, I said what he did was rash.
Yes, but
I
you're
didn't say
saying
he was
that
a bad defender. I've never said
So,
William Saliba was a bad defender.
Van
I
der
said
Ven
that
and
that
Romero.
was rash.
Hold on. Romero's never done nothing rash.
No, he has done things rash. That's my point.
Romero is rash.
Way
He's
more
not that
rash.
he is rash. He only has he has less red cards in his career than Gabriel does. Is Gabriel rash?
No, Gabriel is rash. Gabriel is definitely rash. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about Saliba. Don't go
I'm
over
just
there.
asking if you guys consider Gabriel rash, then okay. That's your opinion. You think they're rash.
No, Gabriel is getting better, but Gabriel is a little bit rash. Yes.
Yeah, and Romero's still way more.
Romero
rash.
hasn't. Dude, Romero doesn't even have a yellow card this season. What are you talking about?
Oh, what? It's 8 games.
Dude, he's been completely and utterly calm and hasn't gone into a rash challenge all season. Name one, bro. Name one.
I don't even watch you, man, like that. So
then how do you know he's been rash, dude?
No, I'm saying in his career he has been rash. You're saying Saliba had one rash incident, and now all of a sudden Van der Ven's better than him and Romero's better than him.
Okay. Van der Ven is still. I'm saying in this type of a situation, Van der Ven doesn't make that same rash mistake, is what I said. I didn't say Van der Ven was better than William Saliba. Romero is better than William Saliba. Has been. I've been saying that for the last 3 years.
No.
Yes, I have.
You just said it, and now you're saying Van der Ven ain't better than him. You literally just said Van der Ven is better than him. And now 5 minutes later, you said he ain't
when
better
did I say Van der Ven is better than William Saliba?
Oh my god!
I said Van der Ven doesn't make that mistake.
Okay. You just did. Look at the chat. You just did.
When did I say Van der Ven is better than Saliba? I said Van der Ven's been better than Saliba this year.
No, you didn't. You said he's better than him. I said don't compare them, and you said I am comparing.
I am comparing them.
I'm
comparing them in the situation. It doesn't
Has
mean
Saliba been good this season?
I compare them doesn't mean that I'm saying he's a better
been good
player.
This season?
He's been better this season.
Saliba this season. You think he's been good this season?
Saliba's been cold defensively.
Yeah. So Van der Ven hasn't.
I'm gonna say one thing. Actually, I actually think, completely being honest here, Saliba has not been tested as much this season. The reason why, Jay, that's not an agenda or anything, because of the circumstances in the teams you played, you defended as a unit more than individual defenders. The circumstances against Brighton, against Man City, the Aston Villa game, you were on the back foot, if I'm not mistaken, you defended and you played you defended.
Yeah. Well, right? No. That game we had more
the Aston Villa you had more possession. Sorry,
by the way,
Van der Ven has been better. The Aston Villa. No, my point about this is that Saliba this season, the Arsenal defenders individually haven't been tested individually. You defended as units. Even today, you defended as units. Against City, you defended as a unit. Saliba last season used to cover a lot of ground, does a lot of interceptions by himself. You haven't seen him do this season yet. Most of the games you are defending deeper, where it's compact, the lines are close to each other. I hope that people understand this. People that are thick and don't understand football know exactly the difference between Tarkowski defending at Everton having 50,000 blocks when everyone is close, and put Tarkowski like Maguire. Put Maguire in a low block, he will have 50 blocks. Put Maguire in spaces and ask him to defend, he'll look like a bozo. I'm not saying Saliba. This season, Saliba hasn't been tested yet. Not much. Not like last season when you were always on the front foot. While Romero has, Van der Ven has. Van der Ven was cooked a couple of games, to be honest. But Romero has been all right a couple of games as well, and he has been cooked a couple of games. Saliba hasn't been tested like these guys yet.
No, but
that is my take on it.
Will said they haven't done nothing bad this season. You're saying they've already got.
No, they were. Both of them were cooked a couple of games.
Oh my god!
Van der Ven,
both of them.
Van der Ven against Brighton was actually pretty poor.
Yeah, it was cooked that Brighton game.
Yeah,
it was shit. Do you remember that 2 mistakes on the side? But nobody. No, he both Romero and. Van der Ven was Romero was too weak against Gabriel in the goal. He lost his man and he looked at the referee instead of trying to even push him or lean on him. The Arsenal game. But my opinion is, this season, Saliba hasn't been tested. Romero and Van der Ven has been a little bit poor. The one that has been more consistent for me is Gabriel, to be honest.
Gabriel's
Gabriel.
been good. Gabriel's always
Has
good.
been
I've
very
always
good.
said,
Has
I
been
said,
very
Mo,
good,
did
Gabriel,
I not
this
say
season.
this last season as well? That Gabriel was the better defender in that backline.
Last season, Gabriel was the better defender in that back line, yes. But both were very close. Gabriel. But talk about Spurs, though. Is there more? One super chat. Yeah, Luke. Big up, Luke. Guys, hit that like button. Can we get to 300 likes? We're less than 20 likes away from 300. Hit that like button, people. Spurs today, 1. You looked all right, to be honest. Not bad. Again, you fell
It's cookie
behind.
cutter, is it not? I mean, the games are almost exactly the same. Some games we finish our chances, some games we don't. Still, I saw somebody in the chat say that I need to give Udogie his props. No, I don't. He was that fault for the only goal that we conceded all game. 100%. The only reason why they scored was because Udogie can't defend. Look, the guy's great going forward, but he is a bum and he's costing us goals, and he needs to be improved on. He's great going forward, not good in defending.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not that good. But I don't think it was bad today
As
at
a
all.
left back going forward, he's not as good going forward as Pedro Porro is, and he's not as good defending as Pedro Porro is. Right?
Pedro Porro is not
Bissouma was
great.
good today.
Bissouma was very good. We're not going into that discussion between him and Declan Rice again, are we?
No, I mean, he's been too inconsistent. He was just good today, right? He hasn't
Ahmed
played a lot
prefers
this season, but
Bissouma
he was
over
good.
Declan Rice. I know that for a fact.
Facts.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we know why that is, though, innit? He prefers anyone over Arsenal. Anyone.
No, it's not true.
Yes, he does.
No, it's not true.
He's talking about Ahmed. He's talking about Ahmed.
Oh, Ahmed.
Yeah. No,
Ahmed
not you.
prefers Bissouma over Declan Rice. I said Bissouma is better than Declan Rice. The problem is this guy
No, I'd
Bissouma
have Declan Rice over
is
Bissouma.
definitely.
Yeah.
I would definitely have Declan Rice over Bissouma after last
Everyone
season.
would, but
Your
Ahmed
start's
won't.
very good, and then, bro, I would rather have the guy that give me a 7 or an 8 out of 10 for 38 games rather than the guy that would give me 5 games, 9 out of 10, and then will be a bozo for the rest of the seasons. Every coach would rather have the most consistent guy, which is Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Bissouma looked very good today. No guarantees he'll be the same next game. No
Yeah,
guarantees.
that's the problem with him.
No guarantees, bro. He looked amazing today, bro. Dribbling, passing, doing this and that. You know, next game,
Scoring.
stinker. Yeah, next game, stinker.
Yeah,
So he's not
Ahmed.
consistent.
Ahmed, what makes you pick Basuma over Rice?
Why do I think Bissouma is better than Declan
You heard
Rice?
me. You heard me,
No,
bro. Come
What? Why do
Doing
I think Bissouma?
Answering it
The
back.
thing is with Bissouma, yeah. The thing is with Bissouma is that obviously he's not been consistent in it. Like, I understand that. I understand that he's not been consistent, but in terms of as an overall package as a player, yeah, I just think he's got more to his game. And when I say he's got more, yeah, he can do everything that Rice can do, but more. Like Rice, when I look at his skill sets with Declan Rice, like he covers ground, Bissouma can cover ground as well. Declan Rice is he can defend. Basuma can defend as well. I just think attacking going forward as well, Basuma can do more as well.
He can do more, yes.
He can
has it
do
in
more,
him.
yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
the problem is
But he
Ken
doesn't.
is different than
and
he's
does.
doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Ken is like
But I'm-
Atem Ben Arafa style. You remember Atem Ben Arafa, Adel Tarat style. They're fantastic on the ball, great, look good, but they haven't done anything. You know what I mean?
Like the first 10
Bissouma-
games last season, he did it consistently for 10 games, and then he
And then
bought into his
boom.
own hype and he dropped off a cliff.
Bro,
Dropped off a
Yeah,
cliff.
but you got to understand. You got to
bro,
Ahmed,
you have
would
to
you-
admit, 25 games of Bissouma last season, the second half of the season.
Horrible.
Bro, he was horrific, bro. Horrific, like, bro, to the point that Spurs fan wanted him sold.
He was giving the ball away just for fun.
Ahmed, you can't have this based on ability thing and, oh my
It's
God,
not.
he's get better on the ball. Bro, he had a horrific 25 games, bro. Horrific.
Bro, I'm not disputing that he's not been that great. But what I'm saying is, I just broke it down in terms of why I think. Of course, you can say, oh, it's not about.
You would
ability, it's
rather
not-
have a Bissouma in your squad than Declan Rice, bro?
Yeah.
How?
Honestly.
Ahmed,
but I
You
just-
would
Ahmed,
not. Bro, he
I
would
just
give
said-
you
I
like
just said
good
why.
5-6, but he would give you 5-6 games and he would drop stinkers after this. Have you not watched him?
No, because the thing is with Declan Rice. When a team is playing for Arsenal, right? Obviously, naturally, they're a more defensive team. They're naturally more defensive team, and with the crop of players that Arsenal have, they've been playing consistently, yeah, and everyone knows their role. And Arteta's been doing it for quite a long time, so Declan Rice doesn't really have to adjust. With Tottenham, yeah, yes, Ange's a good manager, but before Ange, chopping and changing, different players. If you give Bissouma a consistent run of games, when he's not injured and he has a role and he knows what he's doing and everyone around him is doing fine, he will do what Declan Rice is doing and more. I promise you, if you put Bissouma in Declan Rice's position at Arsenal, he'll give you the same performance and if not more. Honestly. Like
Ahmed, is there any season you would say Bissouma had a better season than Rice?
I would say
At Brighton,
I don't know the
You know
exact
the difference between me and you and Ahmed?
when he was at
I
West
was
Ham and
you
Brighton.
in the first 10 games. I was you in the first 10 games of last season. Bissouma has more to his game. You looked very good. Spurs are doing wonders. He's amazing. And then at some point, you have to admit you were wrong. At some point, it's not only about what you have in your locker. It's not only about how good you
but
look.
it's also about how you use it as well.
What do you mean? Postecoglou improved Pedro Porro, Van de Ven, Romero, Udogie, Bentancur, Kulusevski. Brandon Johnson is playing well.
Has Bissouma not suffered also injuries as well? I'm asking you.
Habibi, he didn't.
No.
He had
He's not.
2 red cards, came back, and then he was
Go on,
horrific.
Ahmed.
He's
Let him
missed-
talk.
He's missed a
Bro,
couple of
Ahmed.
games for like knocks and stuff like that, but he's not had any injuries.
Oh, no, but what I'm saying is, you can say when it comes to Bissouma and Declan Rice, you guys are acting like, okay, Bissouma hasn't had good games, but Declan Rice has also not had good games as well. When he joined
Not near as
Arsenal,
many, dude.
with Arsenal,
had 10
when he
good
joined,
games and
he didn't
25
start
bad
off that
ones.
great as well.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you,
Declan
Ahmed,
Rice had
Declan
maybe like
Rice-
5 bad
Ahmed,
games.
Ahmed,
and
Ahmed.
Bro,
35
Declan Rice
good
had the
ones.
8th man of the matches, bro, last season playing a DM. Bissouma
Ahmed.
hasn't even had good 8 games for Spurs. After the 8 games, he got red card. He never had a good game after that. What are you talking about,
And
bro?
he's even had 2 or 3 stinkers this season. We're only 8 games into it.
Bro, what are you talking about? Bissouma has been...
saying he'll rather Rice. Like,
Bro,
Yeah, what are you
that's
talking
fine.
about?
Listen. Will thinks Son's better than Hazard, so I take what he says with a pinch of salt
Because
sometimes.
he
I'll be
is. I
honest.
don't think it. I know.
So I can't
There's a
really-
difference.
Fuck?
No. But listen. That's fine. I don't mind Tottenham. I like Will as well. But as soon as he said that, I had to just look at him differently. I'm sorry, in the most respectful. As soon as he said that, so with this Bissouma
I
and
also
Rice,
think Romero's better than Saliba.
Every time, bro, I can say the same thing about you in every single take. Every time you talk, I can say, I'm
name
not.
me
I'm gonna
one
take what
take
you
that
said.
I said.
Bro,
Name me one
fucking, you
take.
said Ahmed Diallo's better than Bukayo Saka, you bozo.
What? What else? What else?
No. You said
Today,
name one.
you
You
literally
said
blamed
name
Declan
one.
Rice. It's like
And you
playing
just
bad
said
today.
to
And he
Rice. You had 2 howlers there straight away.
Not really.
2 stinkers.
Okay, did I not say to you that before Rice joined?
Who's better? Who's better? Who's better as a right back? Diego Dallo or Ben White?
Oh, Dallo's way better than Ben White as a right back.
Okay, hold
Of
on.
course he
Okay,
is.
this is. Okay,
Hold on. Dallo
You
is a
said
better.
Dallo's better than
you said
Pedro
one
Porro,
take.
too.
No, 100% he
You
is.
bozo, let me talk. You said one
100%
take.
he
Huh?
is.
You said one take, sir. You said one take.
He is.
Okay, let me guys show you the
I
takes.
can break
Okay,
it down
go
for
ahead.
you as well.
Bissouma or Declan Rice? You said Declan Rice.
I
Right?
said
Bissouma.
You
Oh,
said
well.
you said Bissouma. You said Bissouma, right? Would you take Odegaard or Madison now? Honest. Be honest.
Odegaard.
Don't hide.
Odegaard. I rate Madison highly, but Odegaard's he doesn't get injured as much as Madison, so I'm saying Odegaard.
Wait, is that the
Alright.
only reason? Because so if they both
They're
have
both,
the same,
they're both amazing footballers, though.
Even after Madison at Spurs, even I rated
Madison's
Madison
a very,
very high.
you know what it is
bro.
with James Madison? James Madison
Maybe
is
the problem is Madison. I rated Madison higher than Odegaard. I fucking
Madison
can't say
gets
that
slapped.
after the fucking season, last season with Madison, dropped a stinker after a stinker, bro.
So Madison
I
is a
even
better
Madison-
attacking midfielder.
James
than
Madison is
Odegaard.
one of the best midfielders in the Prem, bro.
Yeah, Habibi, okay, that's Leicester. Khalas, he went to freaking
No, Leicester,
Spurs.
even for
He's
Tottenham,
thinking
bro.
up the pitch, bro. Some
He wasn't
games
bad
he's
today.
He's
He wasn't bad today, but
he's
again,
been
he
one of
wasn't
Tottenham's
great.
He's been one of Tottenham's better players this season. What are you talking
bro.
about?
He started every single game. He was subbed out every single game.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
because
He's
Win or
he's
not
lose.
old.
By the way, win or lose,
Madison's a good player. Like
he's a good.
he-
But no, I never said he's a bad player.
no,
right?
but this season
But you
he's
can't,
been.
after the last season of Odegaard, you cannot tell me that, and after the last season of Madison, we cannot sit here and say that Madison, because his time at Leicester, he's better than Odegaard. No, I can't say that.
Wait, hold on. When did I say that Madison's time at Tottenham is better than Odegaard? Jay asked me a question: Odegaard or Madison? I chose Odegaard because
Okay.
he doesn't get injured as much as Madison. But if you look at them player for player, yeah, they're both very good.
Yeah, but the problem is you put that caveat in.
Yeah.
You know, you're smart, Habibi. I know what you're doing. You're very smart. You put that caveat in because he gets injured less. Jay asked you a straight question. if Madison doesn't get injured as much, would you have chosen him over Odegaard?
I would still choose Odegaard.
طب خلاص, move on.
Because I like the way Odegaard plays. I like the way he plays the game. I like
but
it.
Ahmed, hold on. You just literally said the only reason why I choose Odegaard is because my man gets injured more. And then now you're saying
It's very close, Jade. It's close. No. Like even if you fit, because the thing is, yeah, you can look at it both ways. If you want to look at the numbers aspect, yeah, both of their numbers are similar. If you want to look at it like that, and Maddison's been. If you want to talk about numbers, yeah, even though I don't like talking about his numbers, and Will, I'm pretty sure you can attest to this. His numbers has always been consistent since Leicester. Since Leicester, his numbers have been consistent.
You're right. He didn't score as many goals as he normally does.
No, I thought you're an eye test man. Now you're going on. Now Will make sense.
No, I'm not talking about that. Odegaard is a better footballer than him. Hence why I would choose him. But they're both very good footballers. So
we're going in circles here. Okay, you choose Odegaard. We're going in circles. Here. Okay. But the problem is, Ahmed, I can say the same. Let's go back to Spurs. Yeah. Can we go back to the game, please?
Yeah. I think Pedro Porro had a really good game again today. Kulusevski, I think, has been the best 8 in the league so far this season. The
100%.
guy has been fantastic in that position. That's where he always should have been playing.
There is no one as consistent as him. The problem is Odegaard is injured for like 4 games now out of 8. Yeah, that's.
Are we counting Palmer as well, though?
No.
Yeah, Palmer doesn't really play as an 8, though, does he?
No.
Plays a 10. No, if you compare Palmer and Kulusevski, Palmer, yes. Okay, Palmer, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he means that.
Yeah, I was talking more about. Maddison is our 10. Kulusevski is more of our 8. Box to box midfielder. I don't necessarily consider Palmer as a box
I can't remember a name that is, but maybe in the chat people can remind me who's better than him as an 8 this season. I can't remember a name. Is that Kulusevski, to be honest? Even when Spurs play bad, he's the only one that plays good.
Yeah, he's been fantastic
right now.
He's been fantastic in that 8.
Forward.
Kovacic.
No,
I
don't think so.
Not a shout.
No.
Kovacic, I like it.
This season,
he's a good player, but not this season.
Yeah, but Kovacic also has played as a deep defensive midfielder because Rodri was out in the first 3 games, and then Rodri is out for the last 2 games. So he played 5 games as the DM. And Gundogan has been the 8, and he has been dropping stinkers, right? Anyway, go ahead.
Getting assists, goals. I mean, just what he does on the ball, the way he creates and opens up defenses. He's been really good. Son was good today, really good today.
Very good shout, actually. Rogers, very, very good shout from Aston Villa.
I haven't watched a lot of Rogers, so that could be the case.
Very, very good shout.
Son looked refreshed. Had to look like he had a lot of energy today. Played really, really well today. Dominic Solanke, I don't think he played poorly. I thought he did good holding up the ball, but he didn't really get on it a whole lot. So
your manager is limiting him because there's no space for the guy to work whatsoever. Yeah. He's marked by 2 guys all the time. Bro, there's so many people marking the guy, bro. They pinned Spurs pinned the opposition too much that the forward has not 1 inch to work.
Yeah,
there's
he's
no
work.
space,
he's got like
bro.
5 yards to play in.
There's nothing for the guy. Like it all goes wide or outside the 18. Solanke is marked by 90 minutes. There is no time for him to work. There's no space.
Yeah.
He's limiting.
I don't blame him. That's what I'm saying. But the times when he did held the ball up, especially in the second half, he had a lot of really good turns holding the ball up that were impressive. So I think that there's a player there. It's just a shame that he's not really getting on the ball a lot in the box to actually get some goals. Brennan Johnson, I think his purple patch is over. I really do. I don't think that Brennan Johnson's a horrible player, but today he had 2 pretty blatant chances that he fluffed. And I hate to see that. So Son could have had a hat trick today.
Where do you think you are in the league in terms of like where do you see your team? 4th best, 3rd best, 5th best, 6th best?
Right now, I would say we're somewhere between 4th and 5th. I haven't watched a lot of Chelsea this season, to be honest, so I can't really give a fair comparison. They've been, from what I hear, they've been playing pretty well. I may watch their game tomorrow. But
you're leaving all the games to watch them play Liverpool away at Anfield?
Yeah,
Leaving
you're
all the
mad.
games to the you're gonna make your opinion on Chelsea playing Liverpool away at Anfield.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's not good.
Yeah, because how would judge how I see us, how we would play against Liverpool.
Wait, you don't rate Chelsea like you're not rating Chelsea well?
He doesn't watch Chelsea as much, so he's gonna make his opinion up based on the game tomorrow against Liverpool away.
So how can you like? Let's say if they lose, then you've not watched that many Chelsea games. You're just, they're not.
Yeah,
Like that's
No,
what
I
I
would
mean. Like
judge
this is not
them.
an indication of how good they are.
Look, I will judge them on how they play against Liverpool, even if they lose. If they play well,
That's fair.
I don't have to have watched them all season to watch them this game and be like, okay, they can play. They've got a chance. Oh, this team might be a little bit dangerous. I can do that by watching them play Liverpool.
We'll see. To be honest,
Right?
we'll
If
see.
they play well and they're playing against Liverpool, who has been playing well, I have watched a few Liverpool games this season. Then I'll be like,
there you go.
something there with that Chelsea team. But if they get torn apart and lose 3-0 and play like a bag of shoes or something,
Tanya here. Think it's gonna be a Palmer party tomorrow. Boys, get
there
ready.
you go. Yeah.
Some Chelsea fans are very confident. Big up Tanya.
But better
What's
than
everyone's
Newcastle
score?
for sure.
What's everyone's
Better
score?
than Manchester United. Wow,
Who
you
won
guys
Liverpool?
squeaked one. You guys squeaked one, didn't you today, Ahmed? If
We'll
you-
talk about United now and
Yeah, but
quick.
I wanna do
Bissouma
this
has
real
all
quick.
the tools, but he forgets them 100%. Gregory.
Yeah, he does forget.
He has all the tools somehow. He just doesn't use them
Oh,
100%.
shameless. Look at him. He's
Question
so
to Will, is
shameless.
Madison struggling?
No, Madison's playing well this season. Not as well as he did in the first 10 games of last season, but way better than he did in the last 20 games of last season.
Bro, Jacob slaughtered him on the terrace.
I don't know why.
I don't know why, but Jacob slaughtered him on the terrace. He said he was awful. He couldn't connect passive and he was awful. I don't know why, but
He literally was the one who assisted Kulusevski's goal. He played several balls in. He's had a lot of flicks. Like, if you look at the games, like James Madison hasn't been, I guess you could say, like in the GA as much as he should be, or what you would expect from an attacking midfielder at number 10. But he is definitely creating a lot. Like him, he's almost playing.
hold on. He had fun. I thought it was all right, but he wasn't fantastic. It was just all right. But
Yeah, it's like if you're doing a normal like emotional rating, I would
is he
say
injured,
like,
bro? He's
7.5
injured.
out
He
of
was
10.
subbed at halftime. He's injured. I don't know.
No,
if he's injured
it was
or
a tactical substitution.
when you take your best, if this was Odegaard, oh my God, we would have been doing a
Yeah,
whole
but
show about
Postecoglou
Odegaard.
doesn't think like normal people, right?
But
So
you
he
know what,
wanted to
though?
affect-
If to be, I
Sorry.
gotta be honest. If this is Odegaard subbed at halftime, bro,
Can Yeah, and
bro.
half time is crazy, but I think he's just managing him because he gets so injured every season. So I think he's just
but,
more.
Yeah,
bro, it's
managing.
1-1,
It's almost
1-1. You take your guys out at halftime, bro.
It's
At
almost
home.
it's because he wasn't playing poorly. It's not why he came off.
Yeah.
He literally had.
I don't know why he took him off. To be honest,
Yeah, it was a tactical change. He wanted Kulusevski to play more centrally, and he wanted
Start next to
Ahmed
Bissouma.
to play deeper and more defensively because
Yeah.
our midfield in that first half, right, was getting cut open on a couple of occasions. And Ahmed has more wheels than James Madison does. James
100%.
Madison's not a runner, right? He's more of a classic 10-esque type of a player. He's not a guy who runs and works hard and chases
There's
people
no
down.
space for him to work. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Will. There's no space for him to work. That's
And
it's
so when he
too
switched
compact.
to Papamatasar, it really actually gave more space to Kulusevski, and I thought Kulusevski ended up impacting the game more in that
Yes,
aspect.
100%. I agree.
But I don't think
let
James
me-
Madison's played poorly this season at all.
Not
think
that
he's
bad,
a
but
single
not
game where he's
great.
played
Not
bad.
that great. Arsenal fans will be supporting Chelsea tomorrow. Are you supporting Chelsea?
Nah. I want to draw.
You want
Liverpool,
Liverpool?
Yeah,
Liverpool
I
better
wanna-
win.
Nah, I need
For
a
me, I
draw.
want Liverpool. I want Liverpool to win.
Yeah,
Ahmed,
okay.
Ten
Yeah, I
Hag
bet you
staying. Quick.
Yeah, he's staying for now, bro. After that dub, of course he's gonna stay.
Did you see Hojlund score a ding? Did you
Hojlund.
see him? Did you see?
Hojlund, that was a sick finish. That was a sick finish, by the way. Listen, and Jay,
That was
listen, your team could do with a finish like that.
It was good. I don't know if it was sick, but it was good.
Bro. That was
Literally
a
just
bro.
turned his
Come
foot
on, if
inside of
Haaland,
it. Finish.
bro, when Haaland does them little dinks, everyone goes crazy. Oh, look at him, so majestic.
It's a good finish.
That was a good finish, bro. Let's not do that. And you know what?
Good.
It's so funny.
And the assist
I was
by
just
Bruno.
about to say
top notch.
Bruno's assist just make he's so crap, but he just
Bro,
always
he was bad.
He
And then he
did.
comes up with the assist, bro. It is.
That's why you need to watch the full games, obviously. Like, because if someone did,
He's like that, bro.
Yeah,
He wasn't
he's so
great,
bad.
but then he comes up with this assist, and oh my god, look at him as. But at the end, that's what
Assist was
matters.
crazy.
That's what matters, right? But that's what matters at the end. And Marcus Rashford playing well, Ahmed today. Everyone proves you wrong. Ahmed Diallo,
not really,
in the bin.
not really.
Ahmed Diallo in the bin,
When the-
in the bin, bro. In the bin, Ahmed Diallo. He's never gonna see the pitch
Nothing has
again.
been no, but
He's
nothing
never
has-
gonna see the. He's never gonna see the pitch again, bro. Until
but
one
that-
of Garnacho or what's his
Yeah,
name or Rashford get injured.
No, but I've said that he's never liked. He doesn't rate Diallo. That's fine.
Yeah, but they are better than him.
They're not better than him.
They are definitely better than him.
Garnacho's not better than Diallo.
Bro, they're
He's not.
definitely better than. They're way more
He's
effective
not.
than
Now,
Ahmed
Mo's trolling,
Diallo.
by the way. He's trolling.
And
He's
Haaland
trolling. I know
played
he's-
better
I am
than Xerxes
definitely
today
not
too,
trolling.
dude. Xerxes
Bro,
was way
Garnacho has
off
the
it.
most
Okay, let me tell you
GA.
something. Okay.
Bro,
Let me tell you something.
Garnacho has the most GA in Man United teams.
Okay.
Stop
Hold on.
lying.
Hold on. Because you said that we've watched Bruno play and he was awful, and then he got an assist. We can say the same thing with Garnacho and Rashford.
Garnacho was amazing today.
Yeah, he's
Was
fantastic. Easily your best
amazing.
player on the pitch.
He was amazing.
Hey, Ahmed,
I am not a biggest fan of Garnacho. Direct, straight, most chances, shots on
Dangerous,
goal,
threatening.
amazing, terrorized the defense. Bro, he was your best player and by far. Stop lying, bro. Stop
I'm not
having
lying.
agendas.
If it wasn't for
Admit
him,
it,
you
bro.
lose that
It's
game.
not. I'm not lying,
Admit it, bro.
bro.
Don't
If it
lie.
wasn't for Garnacho, you lose
Because
that
of
game,
the
dude.
love for Ahmed Diallo, Marcus Rashford delivered a dime.
Bro,
For
that
that
cross
goal he
from
scored. A
Rashford,
dime, bro.
that
A dime.
listen,
Garnacho didn't even need to do anything. Just put his foot in and scored. Stop lying, bro, because you're like, I hate
No one
people
is
who are like,
lying
they
because-
lie because they like certain players. They lie
no,
because
wallahi, that's not the
he's
case. Wallahi.
protecting his player.
It's not. Wallahi, that's not the case. Because when it comes to players, like everyone knows who I rate, everyone knows who I don't rate. I said that the pass from Rashford to Garnacho was world class. It was a world class cross, and the finish was amazing. It was fine.
Yes.
However, when a player
wasn't.
produces a moment like that, you still have to judge them throughout like the whole 90 minutes to see what they do, because they can easily do that and then not have the greatest games. I'm saying overall, I don't think Rashford. I think Rashford, obviously, because his form has been so bad recently, he was okay today. For his standard and his form as of late, he's been okay. Like, I've seen worse games, so he did this thing. Garnacho, he looked lively and he was doing his thing, but bro, like, I just feel like because the bar is so...
Can I ask you
No,
something?
but Mo,
How
you know
was
what it
Ten
is,
Hag's
honestly?
tactics second half? How was Ten Hag's tactics second half?
We played better, but like... You know what Mo was trying? What Mo was trying to do, is that he knows Ten Hag is rubbish, but he wants me to credit him. That's what he wants me to do.
No,
He
but
wants me to credit him
3
because
points
he...
today.
You
So
know
why
what? We didn't
didn't
actually first half we didn't play well. Brentford had more of the ball, and there was a couple of chances that
Played
we missed.
horribly the first half.
We had played horribly in the
Not
first
good
half.
you
is a
look-
understatement.
We were shocking.
You look horrific, to be honest.
I was
Okay.
getting ready to
Exactly.
like rip you a
Listen,
new
listen.
one, and I was like, Garnacho had to come out in the second half and actually play well, and I was like, damn it.
Don't that
You
show
know what
their
the problem
character,
is?
though?
Guys, you know what
Don't
the
that
problem
show
is?
their
They
character?
had more position in the first half, but they looked way worse than the second half when they had less position. Man United's second half were more direct. More
Yeah.
every second ball, it was Man United's player. As the players came out of the dressing
More
room,
intensity.
ready for the game. First half, what is this?
So hold on, Mo. Wait. Ahmed, a quick question then. So you're saying first half they played rubbish, and then
Rubbish.
second half they've come out and they started to play better.
So
Don't
better
that,
second half, of course, yeah.
but don't that fall on Ten Hag? Maybe having given a good team talk, telling them to do something else.
it's
Don't that
another
fall
one,
back on him?
Not really. Not really. I wouldn't
Why?
say that. I wouldn't say that. Like, it's a
I
collection
mean, he
of...
did make tactical changes.
Because I'll be honest,
the whole tactics of Manchester United
not really,
changed
because
from
if you look
first
at
to
the
second half.
goals-
No, they really did.
no,
You
because if
guys
you look
weren't
at the-
pressing at all in the first half, and you pressed like crazy in the second half. Like,
Okay,
how
hold
many
on.
turnovers you forced in that second half was what won you that game.
Okay, the thing is, that this season how we've played, because we played so bad, anything that is out of the ordinary is going to get really praised because like we've been so shit. So anything that's out of our
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
that's
days.
your level. This is where your
No,
club is at.
No, but the thing is, no, but
You literally
you're
got
saying
14th
that's
if you
no, but
lost.
I,
We place Fulham the same. We place
Yeah, but
Crystal
Mo,
Palace the
Mo.
same. That's where your club is at.
Mo, let me tell you, you're saying that's our level, which I agree. Our level
Yeah,
is
that's,
really bad.
with this
But
manager,
however,
yes.
why? Okay, why do I have to credit this manager? Yeah, when he's broken so many records, yeah, and this is his 3rd season, and then because we won today,
Because you won
supposed to-
again.
Yeah, but we won a game. But I can't. Okay, I'm happy with the 3 points here, but we can still lose next game. We can still play shit again. Like
that's
You're,
one
ahead,
win,
you're
one
ahead
draw.
of, bro. You're ahead of Nottingham Forest.
Again,
Yeah,
he's,
you moved into 10th. Like if you didn't,
No,
you got, I
they're
don't
11th.
think Manchester
They're
United
11th.
fans know
They're
this.
11th. They're
Top
11th.
half.
11th. If you
No,
had,
no, they're 11th.
if you had lost today, you would have been like
Almost.
15th.
15th, Ahmed. 15th. You'd have been 15th. Behind West Ham.
Bro,
West Ham.
this actually proves, yeah. This actually proves my point, yeah. Because when we were talking about players, yeah, even though I might not rate certain ones, we still have a decent 11 that could get us wins. If we play dead, for example, and then we can still win a game, that means we've got decent enough players to be playing consistently well throughout the whole season. I'm happy with the 3 points, but I'm not satisfied with the whole performance as a whole because we should be playing consistently well every single game. That's just the expectation that I expect from a manager who's been here in his 3rd season. Now, I'm not going to say like, I'm not going to say that, if we play okay, that we've played shit, but I'm saying that the reason why people want me to praise it, yeah, is because we've been so bad this season, and then anything that's above average
It's
is deemed as an 8 out of
season
10.
and last season, right? This is Manchester United to a T under this Ten Hag, bar the 1st season, right? Is that you guys will play a horrible half of football and then just and then come out the 2nd half and play well enough to get the W. But that's why the stats, right? When everybody says look at the goal differential, the stats or whatever, you guys have played like you should have finished like 14th in the league or whatnot.
17th.
Yeah,
exactly. So is that not on the players? Then?
it's like you're bipolar, dude. Your club is bipolar.
Okay, if we're predicted,
Bro, they were the 17th worst defense in terms of like conceding chances last season, and in terms of, by the way, in terms of chances created, they were 15th.
Okay, Mo,
but they were but they were, I think, the 10th best attack. You know why? Because they would have these moments at the end where they would score like a goal, 2-1.
Yeah. So we're a moments
but
team.
they didn't create chances.
So exactly. So we're okay. Would you say Tottenham are
Stealing
a moment?
3 points. You know
No.
stealing 3 points.
You would say that Tottenham, yeah, you would say that Tottenham are a consistent. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, we are a consistent team. Our games literally are cookie cutters of each
We
other.
need to.
Okay, so you can see that Tottenham are a well-coached side and they just lack quality. Yeah, with United, yeah, it's hit and miss. They can play awful, but they'll nick a win. The reason why we can nick these wins, yeah, is not because of Ten Hag. It's because our players that we have are actually decent enough to get them wins. We have some quality in the team. Just because I might not rate Rashford, but Rashford has the quality to be doing that consistently. He does. He does have the quality. If Rashford plays consistently well for the rest of the season, I'm going to credit him. I'm going, well played. Rashford's done really well. I can credit players. But my issue is that we don't have an awful team. The reason why people say we have an awful team yet is because we don't have a consistent manager. Now, if you give these crop of plays to an Ange, we are getting top 4. We
No.
are. Yes, we are. We are
Players
actually
are good
maybe
enough to get top four.
maybe you credit your players more than anyway. Let me. I can
Top 6.
We're gonna talk,
Yes.
top 6 maybe. Maybe we can actually talk about this. But Ange subbed him maybe because he wasn't pressing. I thought he was pressing. No.
No, it was,
Madison
they
was
literally
pressing. I
said
have
it was
no
a
idea
tactical
why.
reason.
Yeah, I have no idea why he subbed Madison, but it has to be what Will is saying. He wanted Kulusevski to occupy that 10 without having Madison to occupy the same places.
Yeah.
And having another defensive midfielder. Maybe AMT, that's the reason. But Madison was pressing. By the way, he completed 91% of his passes. He completed about 35 passes in 1 half.
Had an
So that
assist.
means he was on course to 70 passes, which is higher than the average player in the league, or even most of the league. So he was, but for some reason he wasn't. But anyway, listen, people. This is going to take you to HUSAM. But before we go, Jay's channel is in the description. Also, Jay's Twitter link, Twitch, sorry. I never stream on Twitch. Twitch in the description is also. Go and support my guy Jay. Of course, given this time. AA United. Ahmed's channel is in the description. Dayo channel is in the description as well. Tomorrow, we got the Chelsea-Liverpool thing. Make sure to subscribe. I have a video out, so go and watch that video. Support the channel. Like the video before you go. I want to thank everyone that supported the channel. Tanya, Swishman, AMT, Luke Skywalker, everyone that supported the channel. Stay here. Please don't go anywhere because the entertainment doesn't stop. This is going to take you to Don Husam where he has Igal, he has Deji, primetime entertainment. So go and watch there.
I might watch that one.
I'm
gonna go and watch Igal and Deji.
Deji and a gal.
That is primetime entertainment, people. So go
Box
and
office
watch.
right there.
Don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys on the other side. I will see you on Husam's chat, people. Don't go anywhere. And we'll see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.